or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-345-2789. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-345-2789. 800-345-2789 or biglou.com.
The good folks at Wendy's have a revolutionary new product for you. Introducing the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. It's like a time machine that takes you all the way back to now, the year 2024. It's the classic creamy, orangey flavor you remember. Dare I say, it's new-timey. It's the flavor you grew up with, just all grown up. Head over to your local Wendy's establishment and get yours while supplies last. The new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. Here for the now, for now.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harman Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harman Solar Podcast at harmansolar.com.
Do you know about 211 Arizona? It's a free service to connect you with resources anywhere in Arizona. Housing assistance and eviction prevention, transportation and ride services, healthcare benefits, food resources, and even utility bill support. Talk to a live operator in English or Spanish 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Just dial 211 or visit 211arizona.org. Get connected, get answers, and get the help you need. This message is sponsored by 211 Arizona.
KQFN AM Tempe, K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Listen to Jim Rome and the Jungle, weekday mid-mornings on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, live from the Harman Solar Studios.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 3 o'clock. I think it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I don't know if you've been catching any of this Matt Ishbia press conference. That he's currently lying to everybody right now. Just lie after lie after lie. Now, listen, I get it. He's a salesman. He's trying to rah the troops, and he's come out and said not one discussion's been had about Frank Vogel or James Jones's future or any player's future. Everybody's coming back. He says all the starting 5 are going to be back. We just got to make a few little adjustments. Well, if that, then it's going to be another year just like this year. So I don't know what other adjustments you're going to make on a losing formula. But man, he is almost had me fooled, almost had me sold. I'm like, yeah, I like what he's saying. Ears feel good to things he says about Suns. And then I realize, oh, he's lying.
He's a salesman.
Or he's delusional, which is the other option.
You don't
there.
get to be a bazillionaire if you're delusional.
You absolutely can. If you have enough seed money, you can absolutely.
He wasn't delusional before, but he might be a bit now.
Oh, come on, guys.
Because he thought it was going to work in the first place. There's a little delusion there. I mean, if he didn't come out in that press conference and acknowledge, look, we took a swing at something that we thought was a risk but could work. If you say anything other than that, you're a little delusional.
He says, I'm going to own this place for like 50 years, and we'll probably lose the playoffs 47 out of those 50. So if you read through the lines, Matt Ishbia is promising you 3 championships over the next 50 years,
which is nice.
Is way more than we've had before.
Is he saying losing championships, or is he saying losing seasons?
Well, he's just talking about that every season, every other team in the NBA doesn't win. There's one team that wins, and so statistically, your team is not going to win every year. And so then over the course of time, he's just talking out of his ass. But he's saying in the next 50 years, he says about 47 times we'll have this same conversation.
Yeah, to me with Matt Ishbia, I'm not sure exactly how grounded he is, but I am under no delusions that people who make millions of dollars are just these incredibly smart people, because David Tepper walked into a restaurant and told people to knock it off for something that didn't warrant his attention
at all.
That
sign.
Yeah, like billionaires are like that, and there are some of them who are actually not smart.
Well, this guy is pretty smart, and he has built a business, and he has also said, "I'm going to fail more than I'm going to win." That doesn't mean we're not going to try.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, he might actually believe that. It's hard to tell what he believes and what he's trying to sell us.
But he also said, today is the worst owner I will be for the next 40 years. He says, I'll get better every day.
Well, that's promising because he did come in with
saying great stuff for your ear hole
with a lack of experience.
He says, this isn't a bust.
Well, okay, that's not true.
It's kind of a bust.
It's kind of a bust. But I do think that if he's coming in and saying, hey, look, I'm going to make my mistakes as an owner. I'm going to be overly aggressive at times. I'm gonna take my lumps, and I'm going to learn the process of what this is.
Well, here's what that. He says, I hate losing. You show me someone who likes losing, I'll show you a loser.
Well, that's yep.
This is one of the dumbest quotes. Oh, sorry. That just actually made me giggle.
So that's typically what a loser is. Yes.
So hopefully now they'll let James Jones do his job and get a damn point guard.
Well,
or 2.
I just back off a little bit, I understand you want to win right away, but you don't have to put pressure on your GM to win instantly, because nobody in the NBA wins instantly.
Well, it's nice what Matt Ishbia is saying. It's nice.
I just hope he actually means some of it.
Like, okay, you can mean whatever you want to mean. What is he even going to do now? What can you even do? Well, basically, he's doubling down on what he did this year, and he's going to roll that over into the next year and kind of work on the bench a little bit. That's what I heard.
Which is not a bad idea. You've already got all the contracts financially. Don't make it worse trying to ship guys off here and ship guys off there, because you know what teams want when you send them contracts you don't want? They want your picks. That's what they want. So don't ship guys over here. And if you've made a mistake and you're like, okay, I shouldn't have brought Beal in here, or whatever the case may be, or I shouldn't have hired Vogel, let the contracts ride out. If your goal is to actually win some championships in the next 50 years, don't try to sell something for next year to be a massive improvement if you can't actually, do that without selling off more of your future than you already have.
Hey, Randy, remember when Jerry Colangelo came out and said stuff like this? Do you remember all the times he came out and had a press conference and said stuff like this?
No.
Me neither. No, that's not a thing that Jerry Colangelo ever would have done or said.
Yeah, but did Jerry Colangelo ever have a move that was this disastrous?
Yes.
Yeah, there were some bad moves. There are a few bad moves. But he just owned them, and then they just focused on the job at hand and didn't show too much that would give the crowd. Because right now, this press conference, so many quotes. So many of those quotes are going to be used against him and this Suns organization.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing with him. Where, if you don't even try to address what happened, people are just going to make stuff up in the absence of information. So he has to say something.
Colangelo didn't care.
What he's saying is not great. And maybe Colangelo didn't care, but teams weren't worth what they're worth now when Colangelo was running the team. So like the era is just different. I don't know that we can compare what Matt Ishbia is doing to what
Are you
Jerry
trying to
Colangelo is
insinuate
doing.
that the influence of microplastics in our bloodstreams is what this is all about?
No, I'm trying to suggest that when teams
Didn't
are
you
worth
say the era is different, Randy?
when teams are when I'm
Pretty
trying
sure
to say,
he-
I did
pretty
say
sure I heard
eras,
that.
but I'm
Yeah.
talking I literally
Eras.
also said right before that
Pretty sure he
that
he
teams
said
aren't worth then what they're worth now. And
So
when teams are
You're
worth
saying Jerry
$4,
Colangelo's
$5
worthless.
Well,
billion
I
dollars.
thought I heard.
I said
Jerry
teams.
Colangelo
I said
was made out of
teams. Who
microplastics.
said anything about Jerry
Jerry
Colangelo?
was
No,
the team.
nobody's
He was
no,
the
no.
man.
Jerry
I mean,
Colangelo
if
was
you
not
look
the
at him,
team.
You weren't
he
even
does
born yet.
look
He built the
maybe
team, but
a
he was
bit
not the
plastic.
team.
He was
You
the
know,
man.
He was
Yeah,
not
oh, yeah.
the
Oh,
team,
yeah.
though. He
I
was
met
the
him one
man,
time.
but he wasn't the
Did he have
team.
microplastics when you met him?
Okay.
He looked kind of plastic when I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well maybe that was it. Maybe that was
I
the
just
beginning
think
of
the
the
team
end.
the team's worth $4 billion
What is
now.
Keon saying again? What?
Something
What
about
are you
money.
saying?
What
I don't
your
know.
team
He's
is
always
worth
talking about money.
your team's
What?
worth $4 billion now when you're paying a bunch of guys a collective of $150 million. You might have to explain what it is that you did.
Cecil disagrees with you.
Cecil always disagrees.
Cecil disagrees with everyone.
Well,
I
sometimes.
respect his opinion, but
But I can
gotta say what I gotta
hear
say.
his barks. I
So
know what he's saying.
Right. He's disagreeing when he barks. He's agreeing when he squeaky toys.
Well, yeah.
That's
true.
how you know.
That's
That's
true.
how you know the difference.
Well,
Been a while
yeah.
since we've heard a squeaky toy, so he's very contentious lately.
Well, yeah. Well, lately he's kind of grouchy. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, first day of May. Don't forget to pay your rent.
Yep. Yep.
Don't forget to pay your rent. First day of May. Here are the things we have to look forward to. NBA, NHL playoffs. You know that's happening, so that continues. Kentucky Derby this Saturday. We should do our picks on that here before the end of the week, I guess. The Preakness is on May 18th. PGA Championship starts May 16th. I'm sure we'll have updates for you on that. The Frenchy French Open starts on the 20th.
Wait a minute.
What is that? What is the French Open? Is
I
that
think that's
tennis?
a tennis.
That's
tennis
tennis.
tournament.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something else.
Cecil does not want to hear about that.
Soccer.
Again,
forget it.
Cecil
No,
does
I'm
not want to hear about that.
Nobody cares about soccer, but the Indy 500, May 26th.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got Monaco in the morning. You got
mhm.
the Indy 500 in the
Mhm.
midday, and then you got my God, you got the Coke 600 at night. Yeah.
Don't
that's
call
right.
Randy during
No.
that time.
No, I won't. I won't be available.
Nope. Then, of course, the Jerry Seinfeld Pop-Tart movie is coming out Thursday.
There it is.
Unfrosted. That actually
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
Okay.
He wrote it, directed it, and seems like it might be. It's either going to be so dumb it's good, or it's just going to be funny. I don't know what it is yet.
He wrote it, directed, and ate part of it.
And then John Krasinski and what's his that unfortunate looking Ryan Reynolds. They got a movie called If. About this is something you take your kids to because it's about
Oh, really?
imaginary friends. That's
Really?
May 17th. Then Furiosa, Mad Max saga is basically remember Charlize Theron, the tall, leggy Australian or whatever she is.
Furiosa.
yeah,
Is
she
that what
plays-
you said it
She's
was?
South African.
What, okay,
She's
played
South African.
Furiosa in the Mad Max movie they did the remake, and then now they're
She
doing
did.
like a backstory. So then instead of tall her, then they got short Anna Taylor Joy playing like a younger version of her, and how she got her furiousness,
Wow.
I guess.
Okay.
And then Thor's in it too. I don't know why. And then
Thor.
this is something I've been looking forward to. There's a documentary on Jim Henson that's hitting Disney Plus on May 31st.
Oh, that's
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Does this go back to his when he started the Muppets?
Oh yeah,
And-
all the way back, all the way back,
Oh, no kidding.
all the way back, and talking about it and his unfortunate, untimely death, all that stuff.
Mm.
For television, if you like that Welcome to Wrexham show, that's coming back tomorrow. Roast to Tom Brady is this weekend. I think I am going to watch that. Doctor Who comes back to Disney Plus on the 10th.
Doctor Who.
Oh, that's so good. And then Cinco de Mayo is Sunday. So drink up, eat up, have a great time. And
Yeah.
and
we expect you
and-
back to work on Monday.
Yeah, don't call me Sunday though because
What?
I will be incapacitated.
Okay. Well, we know what kind of show we're going to get Monday.
We have to
Yeah.
come back Monday.
I mean, we do.
Have to? Yeah. If we're at network, you'll know why. Mother's Day is the following Sunday, I think, on the 12th, and then Memorial Day on the 27th.
That's
And-
my race day.
Yeah.
That's my race weekend.
So anyway, That's all you need to know about May. Today, by the way, today is National Interpreter Appreciation Day.
What?
I'm not kidding. It's National Interpreter Appreciation Day. Probably a safe bet Otani is not celebrating this year. But
yeah, I don't think that he appreciates interpreters at the moment.
Right. More information came out about how they were funneling like $500,000 to this casino. Then they'd buy chips and they'd gamble with it. And then they'd cash out. They were trying to wash the money that way, but it was still on the bank account. So
yeah, the $500,000 a week, by the way.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he was paying his bookie.
Yep.
And then the bookie, he got arrested. And then another bookie. This is just a whole mess of bookies getting arrested. I feel like bookies should have amnesty because they're just doing the Lord's work.
Why?
Why? I don't know. Of course, now gambling's legal most places. Bookies are an endangered species. That's another thing that should protect them. Doing the Lord's work, so they should be tax free, just like a church. And two, they're an endangered species, so they should be protected, like the spotted owl.
Did you just say the bookies are doing the Lord's work?
Obviously. I did not stutter.
I don't know how that is, but all right. I'll try to ride with him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Brunswick guy says, Matt Ishbia sounds like another delusional sports owner, another George Steinbrenner who does more harm than good. Yeah, you may win a championship at some point, but will the headaches be worth it?
Yes.
For us in Phoenix, yes.
Yes. Are you serious?
Without a
what
doubt.
are you talking about? If all of the nonsense actually does lead to a ring, there's no way that's not worth it, as long as no one's actually getting hurt in the process.
Yeah. You as long as nobody gets a spear through them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking more about the last owner and his
like one of those
actual racism, but
5 foot long spears.
too.
I'm like a fishing spear, like the fishing gun.
Oh my God!
Or something like that. As long as there's no fatalities, then yes,
like a fishing spear gun.
Yeah,
it's like a crossbow. Only for fish.
Where was that guy, that show where the guy was swimming around and he always had the spear gun? It was that Johnny?
I think that
something
was
or other.
Jacques Cousteau.
No. Yeah.
On the Calypso.
There was this
Calypso.
this kid.
Something.
Pinocchio says, "You show me someone who likes eating, and I'll show you an eater." See, that's what I'm saying. That quote is never going to leave HBO alone now.
What does that mean?
You show me someone who likes losing, I'll show you a loser.
Well, I mean, I kind of get that, but
Ishbia, do you got like Shooter McGavin writing your speeches? Is that what's happening here?
Or Newt Rockney?
I eat pieces of poo like you for breakfast.
Sorry, Yogi Berra. I meant Yogi Berra. I don't know why.
Yogi's dead. Sorry,
he's dead. But I'm just saying, Yogi Berra.
He's not writing the scripts.
That's a Yogi Berra-ism if I ever heard one.
Yogi's dead though.
Hey, by the way, did you hear they're digging up
from
Newt
the
Rockney?
afterlife? You know.
What?
Did you hear they're digging up Newt Rockney?
Digging him up?
I'm not kidding. They dug him up.
No, they have some sort of Notre Dame archive thing that they.
So here's what happened: they decided they're reburying him on campus. What they did, they went over there and they're like, "Man, nobody's protecting the Newt Rockney's grave, right?" And so they're like, "Well, we come out here and there's whiskey bottles and beer bottle people out there having smokes and just trying to hang with Newt Rockney." And they're like, we gotta move old Newt onto campus where there's security guards and stuff.
I don't think Newt's gonna like that.
No, I don't know. Rockney's wife, well, she's dead too. And then his son and grandson, well, they're all dead. But the family says, okay, you can move Newt there, but you got to take the whole family. So his wife, his son, and grandson, they were all moved to the Cedar Grove Cemetery on campus at Notre Dame to help protect them from party goers. Because I kind of feel like if you come to my grave having a party, I don't mind.
People that are going out there just to visit with Newt Rockney and they're having a smoke every once in a while and they're maybe drinking a beverage or two and they're going to move them.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, you can come hang out. Just don't leave a mess. So we figure if it's on campus, nobody's going to do that kind of stuff. So now Newt Rockney.
Don't leave a mess?
His carcass has been officially dug up and moved to the campus cemetery.
What about the little misses? And
that's why I just said all of them, the whole family.
Oh,
it was a package deal.
Okay. All right.
Package deal. They didn't have
Wow.
a ceremony or anything. They just, they got
should've.
the bulldozer out. A couple of family
They,
members were there, and
should have had the
there's some
the
priests.
flyover.
It's Notre Dame. So the priests were like Domino's Flabiscus, Chef Boyardee, Ravioli, the whole thing.
No kidding with
And,
the incense and everything. They're
just put
throwing
'em-
the incense around.
Put them right in the ground there. So,
Oh my god.
so anyway, so yeah. Speaking of Newt Rockney, he now lives. Okay, well, he now exists.
Resides.
Whatever's left of him is at Notre Dame.
Mm.
So, wait, you thought I was making that up, did you? All right. Walter Mellon says, "Hey Jeffrey, are you thinking of Johnny Quest?" That's right, for the guy with the swimming around with the spear gun. Thank you, Walter Mellon.
Oh, okay.
Johnny
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Quest.
His dad, whoever his dad was, always had the spear gun. Johnny Quest, I don't think, was running around with a spear gun.
Well,
No.
He was a
Dr.
child.
He wasn't allowed.
like a Dr. Quest or something. Doctor.
That's right. You're right, Dr.
Yeah.
Quest.
He was like an archaeologist or something like that.
Yeah.
And
no,
why he
was
always had a spear gun,
biologist.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, he was a biologist.
He was
not
very
a-
biologist. That's what it was.
Archaeologist.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
He's like, F these fish. And then he would just get about 17
Oh
of them.
my
And
God, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
he was
No.
angry at fish.
What about you got Johnny Quest? You got Haji.
Haji was
Mhm.
awesome.
That was his best friend.
That guy was smooth. He was pulling so much tail. Haji was cleaning up more than any of them.
Oh, no kidding.
Johnny Quest's dad, single. And old Johnny Quest, you ever see him with a girl? No. Haji was just deep in women.
Haji.
Just another face in the crowd says, seems like the Diamondbacks took your words of encouragement to heart yesterday, Jeffrey. I know. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Average Joe, thanks for that. He also knew that I was trying to say Johnny Quest, but didn't come out. Well, listen, we got to take a break. We will come back and we will talk about last night's game with the Diamondbacks and Dodgers and the infestation that made somebody an instant celebrity. Talk about all that when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, Diamondbacks home in Phoenix tonight. Their series with the Los Angeles Dodgers continuing. Jordan Montgomery getting the start for Arizona. Yoshi Yamamoto will go for the Dodgers. Arizona getting a run and a half, minus 134 on the run line. The Dodgers minus the run and a half, plus 112. On the money line, LA minus 144. Diamondbacks plus 122 with the over-under at Chase Field sitting at 9. Tonight in the NBA, the Clippers taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Game 5, series knotted up at 2. Dallas, a 3-point road favorite. Clippers will play tonight without Kawhi Leonard. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
When life gets overwhelming, but you just don't feel like talking, help is only a text away. Trained and caring crisis specialists are available by text 24/7 to assist with suicidal thoughts, substance use issues, depression, anxiety, and more. You are never alone. When you need help, please text HOPE to 4HOPE. From anywhere in Arizona, text the word HOPE to 44673. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
Going to college and not acquiring debt is possible with the help of the U.S. Army. You'll be able to choose the career you want and receive help to pay for your full tuition. There are also reimbursements for student loans and GI Bill benefits. In the U.S. Army, your mission will be to learn. Learn how you can be all you can be at goarmy.com/AIA Sports. That's goarmy.com/AIA Sports.
Let's go! That one is gone. Baseball season is off and running. The Diamondbacks look to defend their NL championship from last season. Will the Snakes repeat their dramatic run to the playoffs? If it's Diamondbacks baseball, we talk about it. Live and local for the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And speaking of the Diamondbacks, yes, indeed, last night, a walk-off homer got the job done, and the Diamondbacks a W over the Dodgers. But last night's game was delayed 2 hours. Swarm of bees, I guess, decided to set up shop in the netting behind home plate. So then they had to wait for this beekeeper to show up and take care of it. This pest control guy named Matt Hilton was at his son's T-ball game, right? And he gets a, we need you at the stadium. He's like, okay. He thought he was just removing bees, like maybe from the parking lot or something. He's like, not on the field and not in front of thousands of people. So he got a standing ovation when he shows up. He's kind of like, okay. Hopped on the scissor lift in a beekeeper suit, vacuumed him out, relocated him. And the Diamondbacks said, hey, come back out, throw out the first pitch. And he's like, hell yeah. And so he went out there. I don't know how good of a pitch it was. Did anybody see the pitch?
Not very good. It was a high and outside.
All right. Did the catcher get it in his glove?
Yes.
He had to make it. Had to make an effort for it, but at least he got it in the glove.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that means we've seen worse.
I mean, to be fair, he was throwing inside of his. He was wearing his bee suit.
Well, that would cause you to throw a little odd, wouldn't it?
A little high and outside. Yeah.
So Christian Walker homered twice last night.
Oh my God!
Two-run drive in the 10th was what it did, and
tear the damn ball up. That's all I got to say.
So last night, very nice, very nice. Any thoughts on the game, and any thoughts on
well, I
what
just
happens
goes
next?
It goes to prove that I believe this team is good to go if they can hit the ball. And I do not agree with what happened last night with Torey Lovullo and his bullpen, but I'm not going to.
Rarely will
scream and yell. He brought in Brandon Hughes, and that was his first MLB start. He's a closer by trade, and got out of the first inning pretty clean with one hit and 2 strikeouts. Then he brought in Bryce Jarvis for a couple of innings, and he gave up a hit, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, and then for some unknown reason brought in Joe Mantiply, who oh my God, he gave up a couple of hits, gave up a run, and then Ryan Thompson and Kevin Ginkel and Scott McGough came in, and they made it fun and interesting, but the Dodgers went down last night. 4-3 Diamondbacks for the win last night.
Yeah. When do they play next? They play tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Is it later or is it like nowish?
No, I think it's a quick game.
Oh, it's 6:40 p.m.
It's a regular game, and then the Padres come in on Friday. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday Padres.
And then beat the Dodgers.
And then we go to Cincinnati for 3 against Cincinnati, 3 against Baltimore, and then we come home and take on the Reds here, then the Detroit Tigers. So
cool, man. Cool. Hamilton Porter says, okay, which one of you knuckleheads forgot to lock up your beehive before you went home yesterday?
No, it wasn't us.
I'm not afraid of bees, but I've always had a healthy avoidance of them.
Like if a bee came into a situation, I would just walk the hell away. And but now, even I guess maybe it's my older age, and I also know that bee ain't gonna sting me unless I'm screwing around. And so now when I'm out in the backyard, we have these giant bushes, and with all of them have flowers, and I'll be out there all around my head. And I'm like, as long as I'm cool, they're cool, and they're telling me the same thing. That's what those buzzes mean. So I don't have an issue with them anymore. But man, used to be one bee would show up, and I'm like, I'll see you guys later, bye, just gone. Just didn't want to get an and that's weird because I remember getting stung like once in my life by a bee. It didn't hurt that bad. It's the wasps, those sons of bitches. I will kill every time.
Wasps, hornets, yeah, they'll get you.
Found a wasp nest on one of my outside windows.
No,
it was not a no knock warrant. It was a no knock missile. 12 feet away with my spray can. Wife, that's probably enough.
Yeah, I wish I had one of those when I visited my family in Guyana, and they have a wasp called the marabunta wasp. It doesn't even have to sting you. It actually has toxins that if it touches your skin, you're in pain.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Did it get you?
I stepped on one by accident. I didn't even see it on the ground. It was in my
barefoot?
grandma's
Why
house.
Are you walking around barefoot?
It was in my grandma's house.
Oh,
it was just, we were inside.
Grandma doesn't like shoes in the house.
Yeah.
I don't care. I wear shoes.
I should have.
Yeah.
I should have.
Especially, there's a wasp that can do that.
Yeah, well, grandma don't like shoes in the house.
I was like 8 though, so I didn't really think that all the way through.
Oh, 8-year-olds scream. They're still hearing it in the hills.
It wasn't pretty.
Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind a bee, but man, when a hornet or a wasp or something like that shows up, no, I'm killing that thing. I'm killing it because it has no redeeming social animal quality. We don't need wasps.
I was at a spring training game at the time. The Cubs were not where they are now at what do they call it?
Hohokam?
What? No, Sewer Field.
By the poop plant.
Yeah, Poo Poo Field.
So you're talking about when it was out at Hohokam Park?
Yeah, it was Hohokam. I was out there by the scoreboard, and I was enjoying a day. I had a hot dog. I had a beer. Everything was fine.
You're like 12.
No, I wasn't 12. I was a man. I was a grown man at the time. And all of a sudden, I heard this buzzing behind me, and in the damn scoreboard, there was no less than 1 million bees.
Did the beekeeper guy come out and save the day then?
No.
You just got the hell out of there.
Yeah, I beat feet.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the other side of the stadium and let those idiots out there sitting on the grass get stung.
You're like, no, these are my seats.
I was not getting stung. I was standing around.
It's common sense.
Oh yeah, it got the hell. I eliminated the space between me and the bee. Me and the bees were about 5 feet away when I heard them, and I turned around and I saw it, and then oh dear God, no! And then we went to the other side of the stadium.
Hamilton Porter says, hey, remember them murder hornets? Boy, I see one of those. I'm selling my house. Why sell your house when you can just burn it down and get the insurance money?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Swazman says, hey, Jeffrey, what about Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter? Got speared by a stingray when he was filming an episode of a show.
Oh, yeah, cracky. Oh, my
Crikey.
God. Yeah, he...
I don't know, man. You keep messing around with wildlife like that. Eventually... You're gonna get gacked. It's gonna happen.
It was better that the stingray got him than the black mamba. If you would have been, he
died either way.
And
if Kobe Bryant
it's just
is
a matter
out there,
of how much pain.
Well, it wasn't Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, you don't want the black mamba to take you the way he tried to take that girl in Colorado. That's a bad way to die.
It's not Kobe and the girl. It's the snake. It's the actual black mamba.
The literal.
If they get you, oh my God. Yeah.
I don't know.
Done. Yeah.
I figure I'm going to die. At least he didn't get eaten. Like you're seeing like half of him hanging out of some alligator's mouth or something. That would be
that's true. Yeah.
Harry Soap says the Suns' future sounds like the current Dallas Cowboys. Talented starters, no real draft to improve, all the while telling fans, hey, we're going to be fine. Until they keep losing in the first round every single year. Hey, at least they got to the first round. I mean, it's not great, but Chief Skull says, afternoon, guys. Diamondbacks bullpen is mediocre again. They're being overused as usual.
Well, they would be better if Torey Lovullo would just stay the hell out of the bullpen.
Mm-hmm. Quiet Cannon says D-backs hitting and pitching is very average right now. Walker is starting to wake up. There's a few others that are dragging their butts. They're going to come together, hopefully late in the season. Just get in the playoffs. They'll be fine.
Tell you what, that pitcher Knack for the Dodgers threw one right over the heart of the plate. And Christian Walker did not miss. It was like pitch, boom, and it was gone.
Well,
like that.
now Christian Walker is away. Can somebody nudge Corbin Carroll some?
Well, I will say he's having a hard time. Look, if Corbin Carroll would just quit trying to hit, if he would just quit trying to hit, just go home. Don't go into the bullpen after the game. Don't take 1,000 swings. Just go home. Quit worrying about baseball. Let it take care of itself. Show at the ballpark, nice and rested. Don't worry about it. Hey, you come out there, you play another game. He's going to be fine. If he would just not worry about it. If he's going to worry about it, it's going to take him down. I'll guarantee you.
I agree. He's not the first guy that's won Rookie of the Year and then, you're overthinking it. You feel like you have to live up to the hype. You don't have to. Just try and, you were letting the game come to you last year. That's what made you Rookie of the Year. It's a little easy to forget that, but I think that he can get back into that headspace where he's letting the game come to him again.
Booger Wolf says, sup, you toenail biting skags. Diamondbacks should call up their minor league sensation, Scooter McSlippy Tips.
All right, Booger Wolf. It's just
that's one of the nicest texts he's sent.
It's one of his nicest
Scooter
texts, but it's just like lately Booger Wolf. This is the Booger Wolf cycle. He shows up, he says something mean, we roast him to death. He leaves for 3 months, and then he shows up and says something else mean.
You know what?
I don't even know what to say to him right now.
You dual
Hi,
pleated,
Booger Wolf.
dual pleated ladies panty liner. What are you doing?
Talking his language now, man.
Yeah,
This is the only way you can speak.
To come rolling in here, you beady-eyed, you scavy, little skeevy thing that's on the scalp. Don't come in here and start working on us. We haven't done anything.
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was being rude to us. They're just saying hi. That's his way of saying.
That's his way of saying hi. Like if you put it in Google Translate and it came out on the other side, it just
all
be
right,
hello.
you brown-eyed horned frog.
There you go.
There you go.
Beer Bob says, I don't know if I see any bees in my backyard. Then again, I don't use my I do use my wood smoker a lot, and that's pretty good deterrent right there. Oh yeah,
That's true.
That's
Bees don't
the
like
point.
the smoke.
Yeah.
I got to get a smoker. Yeah, I think it's time.
You get the wood and you just calm everybody down.
I got a nice new grill, and that's doing fine. And it's sad because bulk pickup is next Tuesday.
Propane.
Yeah. Just listen. I don't have a lot of time in my life. I don't have a lot of time. But the wife is starting to demand stuff that will need a smoker. So
well, then you need to tell her that takes time.
Yeah, she knows that.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to get me a smoker. Well, I mean, don't have to worry about it right now, though.
All right.
So anyway, so the Diamondbacks with the W. Hopefully they get another one tonight because
tonight's the big night. Yep.
Then we'll get Ralph on the show. Big George says, "How about Christian Walker's home runs yesterday? Huh? First career walk off, and it was against the Dodgers. Makes it better. Also, why do you keep the roof closed? Yeah, this is why you need to keep it closed. Bees can't come in if the roof is closed." He says. I think they can always kind of. I mean, there's birds flying around in there. You got to let them out every now and then.
Yeah. It's not 100% airtight.
Look, if you wanted a dome stadium, just build a damn dome stadium. They didn't, though. They have a retractable roof and they've got panels, and they open them up all the time, so the sun can come in and and make it nice in there. And when it's hot and miserable, they keep it closed now. Now that they have the artificial turf in there.
That's when did they just switched artificial turf?
2 seasons ago. 2 seasons.
Sun Devil Raul says, "Hi guys, have you seen the movie Jeremiah Johnson starring Robert Redford? It's really good, and it's on right now, free TV channel movies." I've not seen.
I don't think Free TV's got it on right now. Come on.
He said
Free
free
TV?
free TV. He said
Oh, free TV.
free
Oh.
TV. Whatever. Thanks for the heads up, Sun Devil Raul. Yeah, maybe I'll go find that. I think that's one of those movies I heard about. I just never had a chance to sit down and watch.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Jeremiah Johnson, starring Robert Redford and nobody else. I don't
Bill
know.
Stevenson.
Don't even know what it's about, to be honest. I think it's a western.
Well, he's
Sounds
an
like a
old
western.
guy that
He's not old. He's
overcomes
young
hardship.
in that. So
He's
Sun Devil
he's a
Raul can
western.
tell us what it's about.
He probably has like animal skins that he wears.
Hey, Randy, I think we need to go down. You know how you talk about changing rules and teaching people stuff at the junior high and high school level? You know, when you want to get them like, hey, a batting thing or a shooting thing or the way you're catching a football, all those things, right?
Yes.
We need to get down to the grade school level, start teaching them how to punch. Did you see the fight between the Brewers and the Rays? It was sad and pathetic. I mean, I don't know who is sadder or more pathetic, but between Abner Uribe, how do you say his name? And Jose Siri, that was one of the worst things I've seen. I mean, he came at him a punch like this, like this. The first guy, he kind of tried to hit him with the right cross around an umpire, but yeah, it's just the response attempts of Siri trying to punch back.
Yeah, I mean,
very sad.
First of all, none of the punches landed on anybody.
No, there's nothing landed. That's another reason we have to teach them.
And the pitcher needs to clearly, like you said, Jeff Go, he's got to learn how to punch because he threw the punch with a closed fist, and I thought, oh, this is going to be good.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, his hand opened up, and it stopped like a parachute. It stopped his punch. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Yeah, it was a sad display. Everybody came running out, and it wasn't a fight.
What I think is you and I need to go out on spring training.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go from a club to club.
Surprise ass kickings?
No, we need to teach kicking ass 101 to all these teams.
Well, like I say, I think we got to go down to the lower, teach the elementary school kids. And then the junior high kids.
I think we need to start with high school and go down. And we need to get Rugned Odor to join us.
Sure.
Because he knows how to punch a guy. I mean, when Joey Bats got up and started showing off, Rugned Odor almost put him down for 10 right there.
Right. Batista's still feeling that.
There's
You
a
see what I'm
couple
saying?
guys. Oh, yeah, you're right, Moist One. I think
Punched his glasses off of his face.
see if Nolan Ryan is available.
There it is.
Also
there.
another good one.
This thing between the Brewers and the Rays, it just made me sad.
Yeah, it was.
Have him be the homeroom teacher.
You don't have
sad.
fights like that during hockey season. I know you're baseball, but you're embarrassing yourself.
Just
Hey, these guys-
pretend you can fight at least.
These guys keep coming over the top. They need to learn how to go down low and come up. Got to go down low, and they got to come.
Mhm.
See, they got to get down in here.
You got to
and they
lift him
gotta
off his
come
feet.
up. Yeah, that's it right there. They got to
To
go
the moon.
The whole. Oh my God, they got to get wham right
Mhm.
there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No, you got perfect form. Perfect form. We just
I
got to
am.
teach the kids this.
Yeah, we got to teach it.
If there's anything that we teach anybody before we leave this earth, it's teaching kids how to fight.
Grab
the
the
next
back of their
generation of
head.
baseball watchers will appreciate
Oh,
this.
you got to grab the back of their head.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
and
if you can get a hold of it, yeah.
Come up. You see what I'm saying?
It's just that
Get a hold
social
of that
media has
hair.
ruined a lot of things. But if you bring back bullying, kids will learn how to fight.
Yeah, we definitely need to bring back bullying.
It's just we got rid of bullying, and now we got a bunch of kids sitting at home behind keyboards that don't know how to
Sad
fight
day.
anybody
Yeah.
and say things that would get them punched in the face,
Oh my God, easy.
but
Yeah.
they're not anywhere to be punched in the face.
Training people to fight and bully. Two of the most important
Yeah,
things we
oh
can
my
do for
God,
America
yeah.
right now.
You got to grab either a shoulder or
Mhm.
the top
Right.
of their head.
No, that's
like
good.
This,
No, yeah.
guys. See what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you got, hey, come here, man. And
Yep,
then
and
wham!
boom, right there. Yeah,
just
perfect.
Right there. See what I'm saying?
I don't know
Just get
anybody
'em-
with better form than Randy.
Oh my God,
that's
right there.
that's solid.
Just right
That's
on
solid.
the marker. Right
Yeah.
on the marker.
And if
Right
you want
there.
to learn some of this, just go ahead and go back and watch the YouTube presentation
that's
of the
it.
Daily Blender later. And show it to your kids. Listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, we got more baseball, more college stuff, and of course, we're going to talk some football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's up?
I'm tired of feeling so bloated.
That used to be me. Then I got this.
Align bloating relief plus food digestion. A probiotic, right?
Yeah, it works naturally with your gut to help soothe occasional bloating and gas. Plus, it has vitamin B12 to aid digestion by helping convert food to cellular energy. 2 benefits, 1 capsule.
Align bloating relief plus food digestion from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Learn more at alignprobiotics.com.
Marijuana may be legal in Arizona, but driving impaired is not.
As a police officer here in Arizona, I know DUIs apply to more than just alcohol. Anything that impairs driving makes you dangerous on the road. If you feel different, you drive different, and driving impaired can get you a DUI.
Get the facts at drivinghighaz.com and spread the word with the hashtag HighDUI. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or...
This is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
We know how it goes. You can't always tune in and hear your favorite shows and hosts.
Dude, look, I'm a loser. Okay?
It's cool, bro. That's why we post podcasts of your favorite shows and hosts. Listen when you want to. Listen on demand.
That is great and frankly kind of amazing.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com to download.
Today's Blender here on 1580, the Fanatic, Randy, City Field. Isn't that where the Mets play?
Yes.
Well, they made history there last night. 44,269 hot dogs got sold on Dollar Dog Night.
What?
Yeah, 44,269 hot dogs. 44,269 wieners in the mouths. It was a historic night at Citi Field. So congratulations to them for that. It's nice to break records. It's nice to win things. We don't do that.
I mean,
here.
I feel like
they
we
don't
could
do that there
here.
either. So
Yeah,
good for them.
Well, now we gotta beat that.
Yeah.
Well, what's the capacity for Chase Field? It ain't.
You,
that much.
me, and Keon need to take that record down.
I don't know if the three of us can
me,
eat
and
45,000 hot dogs.
Oh, come on.
45,000?
Yeah, 45,000. Come on.
We need a couple more friends.
If you said 4,500, there might be a chance.
Well, we'll fill up at Chase. What do you call it? Bank One.
Yeah,
we'll fill them up, and we'll get the heavy metal maniac out there. He'll give us a couple of cold beers, and the rest of everybody will just eat the hell out of those hot dogs.
So here's what you do. Because everybody's going to have 2 hot dogs.
I don't know.
Oh, easy.
Somebody find me the capacity for Chase Field. Is
But-
it 35,000? How many people do
More
they
than
fit in
that,
there?
I think 38,000.
I don't see
I
anybody
think.
typing. so
Somewhere
I'll-
around there.
Hold on here.
I
Thanks,
could
Chase.
look it up.
Chase
Yeah.
Field.
Mhm.
I think Keon didn't feel like looking up anything today.
Chase Field
Capacity. 48,519. Oh, okay. I thought it was less, but okay. So, yeah.
48,500.
So Randy White will buy everybody a hot dog, and we can beat that
Well, I
record.
mean, easy here. Easy. Yeah,
It's
I
your
can't-
turn, Randy.
No,
I bought
think
at Barrows the other day, so you can buy the hot dogs.
No, it's Keon's turn.
Oh, that's right. Keon, it's your turn.
It's hard to argue.
And he's
I'm long overdue.
And he's going to have to go ahead and he's going to have to fill up everybody's belly with hot dogs, buns, and about 8,000 gallons of water.
The problem with it being my
About
turn with the
8,000.
48,000 hot dogs is
No,
that I can't buy
8,000.
48,000 hot dogs.
8,500.
Randy, they'll
gallons
get their
of
own
water.
damn drink. Okay,
What?
They did a free hot.
They're not getting a free hot dog.
or
I don't
more.
have.
I mean,
$48,000
they should
worth
probably
of hot
have two
dogs,
or three
or
hot dogs,
48,000
right?
people's.
I mean,
Well,
worth
you
of hot
should have
dogs.
bought at Barrows when it was like $15. Yeah, it's
Right.
really on you.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
sure,
on
you could say that, but I
yeah.
physically can't. Like even if it were up to
We'll help
me,
you. We can
It's
help carry
all
it in
the
there for you.
same people.
No, I
It's
like
always-
like buy it. I don't have the money. You can help me carry it,
Look,
but the
Keon,
money is not
come
there.
on, man.
It
Quit
does
being
not
so-
exist. I
Quit
just
being so damn humble. I know you can.
it's not humility.
Dig deep, Keon. Dig deep.
It's not humility.
You can find a way. Man Ishbia will find a way. You
Yeah.
can find a way.
You could find a way.
Betishia has billions of dollars. I do
Well,
not.
it doesn't matter. You don't need billions. What you need are
To buy 48,000 hot
thousands.
dogs,
Yeah, about
I will.
thousands.
I will need
Yeah.
infinitely more money than I don't have
Maybe
thousands.
Couple of paychecks.
Yeah,
Thousands.
save up
A
days.
couple of paychecks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A couple of
weeks.
paychecks. By the time I pay rent, there's not a whole lot
Oh
left.
no, you don't pay rent. I mean, yeah.
I don't pay rent.
Skip it. That
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
skip the
I didn't
mean,
realize that
jeez.
when Jeffrey said pay your rent at the beginning of the show, it was
Everybody
just a
but Keon.
suggestion and
He
not
wasn't
an
talking
actual.
about you. He was talking
Huh.
about you
Not
know,
everybody
everybody
listening
else.
is trying to buy 45,000 hot dogs, Keon.
That
Would you grow up?
I too am not trying to buy 40,000 hot dogs.
Harry Soap says one of the better baseball brawls, Will Clark and the whole St. Louis Cardinals team. Yeah, he says you Google that.
I disagree.
Mhm.
Disagree. When that the pitcher, that Cincinnati Reds pitcher, went into the dugout and started hunting somebody, he wanted to beat the hell out of that. Now, see, that's to me, that's a baseball brawl right there.
Randy, I just learned something that's kind of disturbing.
What's that?
I don't know if this will get you in trouble with the Secret Service.
Me?
Yeah. Big George says, Randy, why do you have such an obsession with Bill Stevenson? Well, no, it's Bob Boberson that I think I hear him talk about more.
Yeah.
He says, you're talking about Bill Stevenson. Did you know that that's Jill Biden's ex-husband, former college football player? And he almost married Jill. And he opened the Stone Balloon in Newark, Delaware, near the University of Delaware. It became one of the most successful college bars in the nation. Then they broke up, and then she went off and married old Sleepy Joe there. So I guess, did you know whenever you say Bill Stevenson that it was this Bill Stevenson?
It's a different. It's a
I have
common name.
never said Bill Stevenson ever. Never.
I think
On
Bob
this,
Boberson.
Yeah, it was Bob Boberson.
But Bill Stevenson's a pretty common name. It doesn't
No.
have to be the same Bill Stevenson.
No.
If I know
I've
Randy, it would be the same Bill Stevenson, though.
Next question.
Yeah.
Man Bear Pig says baseball is the only sport that actually fights that's not hockey. Surprisingly, the least contact sport. You got to give them that. Well, yeah, when there's an actual fight and you land a punch, great. These guys last night did not get the memo. It was like a basketball fight. It was like an NBA fight.
You get a pitcher that throws at somebody and then he takes it, offense at being hit.
I think everybody should take offense to being hit.
Well, this is the same guy that earlier in the game, he flipped his bat and then he started walking and strutting down first base,
A little
and
bit.
then he was looking at it as it went over the fence.
Briefly.
and-
It wasn't. He didn't
and-
watch it that long. He didn't watch it that long.
Look, you know what? If I'm the pitcher, not only am I going to beat him, but I'm going to kick his ass too.
Yeah, well, he did what a pitcher is supposed to do. Put it
Yeah,
right in his butt cheeks. I thought
yeah,
that was the funniest part. Just hit him right in the soft spot, right?
Yeah, well,
right on the butt cheek.
Here's the problem. He didn't get a chance to land a punch. Now, if it's me, I'm throwing the pitch, going to hit the guy, and the next thing the guy sees is me charging him at home plate. And I'm going to beat
You
his
want to wait
ass
till
right
the bat is on the ground, though.
Oh,
You know-
no. I am throwing the pitch that's going to hit him. And then while he is, sidelined by trying to figure out how did I get hit, all of a sudden I'm going to get all over him like one of those little monkeys. I'm going to just spider monkey his ass right there at home plate.
No, fair enough. I just worry about the bat.
8 or 10 punches in before he even knows what the hell's going on.
Quiet Cannon says KD and Booker are constantly getting knocked on their ass. They're frail. If the Suns got some training, they might be able to be more intimidating. And other teams wouldn't push them around.
They shoot fadeaway jumpers, a disproportionate amount of them, but that's if you shoot a fadeaway, you are likely to fall over. That's just how that works. That's not frailness. Frailness would be if every time they shot it, they got injured, which that didn't happen the last half of the season.
KD is lanky. Booker is not. But yeah, I don't see any of them fighting their way out of a bar, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
See,
but
if these guys
if you
would
shoot
just,
a fadeaway, you're already falling
Look,
away.
you go ahead and fall, jump back up like a spider monkey and get on this guy's face. Just grab him right around the head with your legs and your hands and start whooping his ass.
Don't
right
do
there
that.
And start going from the top down. That's what I'm saying.
If the guy didn't actually foul you, then don't do that. But if you fall over because you're shooting a fadeaway, now the question is, why are you shooting so many fadeaways? Why don't you go to the basket? That's a real question. But the frailness, stop that. That's not a real thing.
Walter Mellon says, Keon, you're on the Daily Blender. You know you get paid enough to buy hot dogs for everybody. Come on.
I don't. I wish you knew. I wish you knew.
See?
I do not.
Silver Pop says, good afternoon, gentlemen. How about we start up a Keon Rose Big Wieners GoFundMe account? Everything's possible, Keon.
Why
never
not
say never.
Why not just do the GoFundMe account for the stadium and leave me out of it? What do I have to?
Keon
If you're going to
Rose
start
has
a
big winner
GoFundMe,
account.
if you're going to start a
Understand,
GoFundMe
Keon.
and put my name on it,
They
I'm
want to
keeping the
give
money.
you money to give everybody a hot dog.
Well, that's just tempting me because if you give me money, I'm keeping it. Just
You
give the
can't
money.
keep it. You're supposed to buy everybody a hot dog.
So whoever's organizing the GoFundMe, and it's not going to be me, why don't they just give the people the hot dogs,
See,
and then I'll
Keon,
just back out of it?
The fourth dimension, Keon, wants to buy you money so you can give your wieners to everybody.
So they want to give me money I can't keep
See
to
what
give
I'm
to
saying?
other people to give food that I won't eat.
Oh, no, you don't have to give food, just your wieners. That's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
well, that's the thing is
Keon Rose
wieners
wants to
are
give you
food.
his wieners.
Wieners
Yeah.
are food, and no, I do not.
Uninterrupted, Keon Rose, and here's his wiener.
If you start a
Join
GoFundMe,
us at the Diamondbacks game so
Yeah.
Keon can put his wiener in your mouth. That's
There
right.
it is.
Everybody
You
gets
start
a
a
free hot
I
dog.
love that. I could start cutting some stuff on that
and the
right away.
the GoFundMe raises enough money to
What are you
feed
talking about?
48,000 people hot dogs.
Come on out.
You're
to
like
the
hot
Bob
dog
today.
Jesus at that point.
There's not gonna be
Come on out to the
a
Bob
lot of
tonight
people
as
getting
Keon
hot
Rose
dogs.
gives you his
Okay,
wiener.
I'm just telling you right
Well, we
now.
can't put Keon in charge of this.
You absolutely can't put me in charge of it because I
I
got
nominate
things
Jeffrey.
to pay.
I
You
nominate
give me that
Jeffrey.
money, it's
All right, I'll handle
It's
this.
not going to make it
All
to the
right.
stadium.
I'll handle the Keon Rose
Start a
puts his wiener in
GoFundMe.
your mouth account. I'll do that.
It's
Sun
a
Devil.
Keon Rose Wiener night at the ballpark.
Don't let that
There you
money
go.
touch my hands. It's not making it to the stadium. I promise.
Sun Devil Raul says, maybe I'm old and grumpy, but I hate new stupid things. So wannabes have come up with, like cornhole and pickleball. Does anyone want to second my proclamation?
Not really. I mean, I just,
cornhole is just a kind of like it's like throwing the horseshoe in the backyard. So
Yeah.
I don't even care about that. It's not a sport. And then pickleball, you know my thoughts on that abomination. Waste of time.
It's pickleball, but I don't play it and I don't watch it, so it doesn't bother me. I don't. I don't care.
Just let the old folks play that. Leave them alone.
I got the FUBU. You know,
You got the FUBU?
Oh yeah, the FUBU. FUBU TV.
No, you got
So
the
FUBAR?
Fubo. It's
What is it?
Fubo.
FUBAR TV.
Yes,
What is it?
Fubo.
Anyway, I have that TV, and they have a cornhole channel. They have a chess channel, and I believe they have a.
They have a chess channel.
Oh yeah, a chess channel, and they
Chest
got a,
or chess?
No chess.
It's like maybe that's called
Chess.
Playboy. Channel.
No, chess would not be on there. It's chess.
I get my thrills above the waistline, sunshine.
That's nice. Nice.
That is an actual chess reference.
Yes,
right
it
there.
is. Yeah.
Men Bear Pig says Keon Rose, big whiner, wiener extravaganza.
Well, he's not a
I don't think we're going to call it that. Call me what you want.
Giveaway.
If you let that money touch my hands, it ain't making it to the stadium.
Come on down,
I'm just
Keon. Come on
putting it
down
out
to the
there.
ballpark.
Can't be trusted.
Get Keon's wiener in your mouth.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and step aside, do what we got to do, and come back and pick it right back up where we left off, talking some basketball and other things before we talk football. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
You're expanding your business and need to add to your fleet. Maybe you need another semi-truck or trailer. Don't have the cash? I can help. I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital, and we offer no money down financing on new and used trucks and trailers. Whether you're an owner-operator or a fleet manager, I'll get the vehicles you need with a simple application and same-day approval. It's faster and easier than asking your banker. Call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. And visit staples.com/print for details.
I'm an Arizona truck driver. I deliver food, medicine, supplies, and hope.
And during times of crisis, I support our communities. But every day I see people putting lives and families at risk.
Distracted driving is deadly, period. Be aware, be safe, and visit sharetheroadaz.com and find tips on how to drive safely around trucks.
This message is sponsored by the Arizona Trucking Association Foundation.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Oily stool, let it go. Just let it go. It's like satellites from space. It's very impressive. It is. It is.
It actually is impressive. We're so numb to it with all of our technology, but like you get a signal from space and it makes all of your technology work. That's actually really cool.
So listen, Oily Stool, here's the thing. And everybody else wants to give me a hard time for that. I want you to go to harmonsolar.com and do the thing. Do the little thing with the satellites from space and see about what your roof would look like with the solar panels and how many panels and how it could save you money. I'm seriously, go do that and then tell me it's not impressive.
Yeah, it'll be impressive to you now, but that's crazy that you could, like, if you said that to somebody from the 1800s, and I got a little device that actually gives me all the information that has ever existed, sending me signals from
They would
space.
burn you at the stake.
Yeah, you'd be a witch. Like they wouldn't believe you. It'd be crazy.
A witch. A witch.
She turned me into a newt.
I got better. No, Sun Devil Raul. He definitely did not say that. I'm not going to read it. Silver Pop says, Keon, when you reach your wiener goal, and you will, the Diamondbacks will market it as Glizzy Night with the Glizzinator, Keon Rhodes.
I would rather have the money, though.
You're no longer involved in the money part.
Okay, well then then why even have my name on it? I'm not involved in the money in any way.
Well, it's your night.
It's your night.
Why would it be my night?
I
had nothing to do with the process.
Your night.
I've been cut out of the process.
They want to give you your night.
I'm the
Take your night.
middleman, and I've been cut out of the process.
Are you going to go to a game?
I mean,
Are you going to get a hot dog?
I go to a game, but
Sure, just shut up. It's your night.
I would like
Stop
the money.
complaining.
I would like the money more than I would like the hot dog.
Holy dear God. Big George, I don't know why Big George wants to do this, but he went on LinkedIn and he actually found a Bob Boberson.
Okay.
He doesn't look like a real person.
To be fair, I don't know.
It says he's 100 years and 5 months. He's been at the job of chief money printer.
Huh.
Bob Boberson, life is short, drive fast and leave a sexy corpse. But if he's been at that same job for 100 years and 5 months, there is no way he has left a sexy corpse.
Well, I think maybe not for the lack of trying. You don't know.
If he's printing money,
Yeah,
I mean,
chief money printer.
come on.
Making cash and smashing ass, metaphorically speaking, he says.
Metaphorically speaking.
Right.
I like that he took the time to point that out.
Yeah. Did you make this,
just to be
George?
just to be sure? Not
That is
literally.
amazing. There's a guy named Bob Boberson on
Bob
LinkedIn.
Boberson.
Huh.
Okay.
Seems like Bob Boberson wouldn't be smashing ass though.
He's printing cash and smashing ass.
I mean,
No, he's printing cash.
It's
But I mean,
smashing ass.
think about that last name,
just
Boberson.
just don't tell the U.S. Treasury.
Up and down, up and down,
Good point.
up and down.
Yeah,
up
we
and
don't
down.
want to get him in trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Chief Skull says, did you guys see the video of LeBron James is that game this weekend, and he's walking and then he's upset about the call or something. He walks by this lady sitting there and she's like, "You're a big baby," and he goes like one of these, like he's about to hit her, and she's like, "Ah!"
She did flinch. That's the thing.
Oh yeah,
It's
You
LeBron.
forget
Like,
how big LeBron James is in real life.
yeah, when you sit down courtside and see this dude that's 6'8", 235 pounds, built like a freight train. Yeah.
Yeah.
You forget when you
He's
see
a
him on
good
TV.
I feel like
Twice
if he
for
would have done
flinching.
that to Jeffrey,
If he wanted to hurt you, he could do
Jeffrey's
it.
Mountain Dew would have gone all over LeBron.
Like,
It
what, you
would've
think
been-
I was going to go?
He would have thrown him.
I don't think I go. "Ah!" I don't think I would. I also would not scream, "You're a big baby" like that, sitting there in floor seats. I think I would probably just be a little more respectful.
I mean, I
of
think
that.
you would if I challenged you.
If you say, "Hey,
I
say
feel
that." If I say it, and he does one of those. I'm not flinching at all. I'm thinking, "Ooh, I'm going to be on TV.
Yeah.
This is going to be a story. I'm going to get all sorts of free stuff.
I'm about
and
to
I'm gonna
hire
get
a
paid."
lawyer. Yeah,
Yes.
that's my first thought.
I'm making money off this in every way possible.
Well, I mean, if
Please
I'm
hit
with
me,
him,
LeBron. Please.
if I'm with him, I mean, he'll get money.
Just saying. I would not flinch at all. My smile would only get bigger. That's all that would happen there.
After his Mountain Dew goes all over LeBron.
I'm not going to
No.
I'm not going to throw Mountain Dew on it.
You got to be the innocent one in the
Yes.
situation.
Why?
I want to be
wouldn't
the
you
good guy.
do
in
You
that.
use your words.
You have one chance in the world to throw LeBron
So
James
you're saying pretend to be scared and go, "Ah!"
Mountain Dew on him, and then
I'd
I
still
could
be thrown out.
walk you out, and I could handle all of the media. My
Nah.
friend can't talk right now. He is very distraught, and This was a
No.
dramatic event tonight.
I'll take a
And,
punch from LeBron like Homer Simpson.
The only thing that my friend needs is $5 million, 2.5 to me and 2.5 to him. I mean, $5 million. That's
If
what
I
we
take a
need.
punch, you're not getting the money.
I think
I'll give
I
you
am.
something. I'll give you a little something, but you're
we
not
have
getting
that-
2.5. You're not
we
getting
have
half.
a pact. I
No,
mean-
there's no pact. I'm not even making
no,
a pact.
we talked about this 30 years ago.
We never talked about.
Oh,
If
yes,
I
we
get
did.
punched by a giant basketball player, you get
Yeah,
half.
then you give me half. Yeah.
0% chance
That's
you can
exactly
produce
what,
any proof
what,
of that.
what
at
we
all.
talked about. When we had Dick Van Arsdale on the phone,
We did, that did not come up at the time.
You and I both talked about this
This is
on
not,
the air.
you better
Yeah.
produce the audio because that did not happen.
Yes, it did.
The
Yes,
only
it
way
did.
to successfully throw Mountain Dew on LeBron is to
What?
actually lose absolute control of your body, like a person in one of those infomercials,
No,
or
you
the
don't-
Sesame
you
Street
don't
chef that always
understand.
falls down the stairs.
You don't understand.
Let me just settle this right here and right now. I would not throw the Mountain Dew on LeBron. I would call him a big crybaby, and if he went to punch me, I'd almost lean into it, hoping like if he was even pretend punch, I'd make sure there was contact.
there you go. Look, you're just using one of his patented flops against him.
Yes,
you put it
I
out in
will
the
flop
world.
into him. I'll take the punch, and I'll make the money.
And then you
Yes.
sell
I'll
the
give
call.
you some, Randy,
Yeah.
but you're not getting half.
Well, we're getting half.
If I take
No,
the
we're
punch,
getting half.
you're
Yeah,
not-
the
No.
person that
then
takes the
screw
punch
it, I'm
has
not
to
doing
take
this at
most
all.
of it. You,
You're
you,
gonna
you
rip
don't,
me
you, don't,
off.
you don't
I
get
ain't
to
doing it.
split it 50-50 if one person takes the punch.
Yeah.
The person that takes the punch
That's
takes
what
most
he
of the
said.
money.
He said he
never
would
said
do
that.
this.
Never said that.
When
Liar.
when Robert Ory came off the bench and he busted Steve Nash's ass, and we were talking about this on the air. Jeffrey
We
said
weren't
if
even
that were
on the air
if
to
that
say
was
that.
going to happen, if that was going to happen with us, I would take the punch and we'd split it.
That never none of this
That's
is
exactly
all-
when it
ev-
happened.
About
This is an
every
awkward
single detail of that is absolutely untrue.
Well, I mean,
I was trying. When you
what do
said
you
that, I
say?
tried to do the math in my head. I'm bad at math.
Go
but
look at my LinkedIn and see
if
what
he
I was
gets
doing.
5
then.
million-
this version of the Daily Blender was not on the air when
What
Robert
are you
Ory
talking about?
checked
Many
Steve Nash's
fictions
report.
that come
It
from
wasn't
Randy.
Daily Blender. We were doing the morning show,
No.
and
We
he
did the morning
said-
show for a few years in the 90s.
and that's what it was. See
That
what
didn't happen in the 90s.
See that? See that?
It was like
Right there.
2007.
Yeah, what you're
What are you
saying
talking
was,
about?
yeah.
We were totally on the air in
2006, somewhere
2007.
there.
I was. You weren't.
What are you talking about? Yes, we were.
Hamilton Porter says, if you go to Costco every night is dollar night. No, that's a good
Well,
point.
that's a good
You can
point.
get-
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Beer Bob says, I don't think the Fourth Dimension is shocked with the Harmon Solar Satellite. I think they're more surprised that Ralph has something to do with such an amazing company. Well, that's a good point.
Also true.
That fact is not lost on a lot of people, Beer Bob.
Mm.
Hey, here's something that's new. That I don't. This could be good. This could be bad. We've had a lot of degenerate gamblers on the show and in the audience. So this might be interesting to you. Dave and Buster's is going to start letting customers gamble on arcade games.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. So here's what it is. For example, you and your kid, right? You jump on one of those car racing games. You put $5 on whoever wins. They'll let you do that. I mean, I don't feel like they need to let you do it. You could just put $5 in.
Yeah, like they didn't need to set that
But
up.
they're like, no, for your swipe card, you can hit a button for gambling, and then your money, if you lose, goes to your buddy's card.
There's no person that would actually go with you to a Dave and Buster's to gamble against you in the arcade that isn't such a gambling
Are you
degenerate that
kidding
they
me?
wouldn't lose their
I
mind.
want to
if you
gamble
beat
on other people playing.
Are you kidding me?
that is kind of more interesting.
People would buy Jeffrey and I drinks and then take us out to the arcade games and bet against us.
I'm saying you're the most gambling degenerate
I'd
if you
allow
do.
it.
If you're the kind of person that actually can find one person,
Keon, we've
to do that
known
with.
this person. We have known this person.
Yes.
I've heard of this person.
Yeah. Well, they're rolling this out in the next few months at all 223 Dave and Buster locations. Here's how it works. You got to be a loyalty member because, of course, everything does.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean,
they're running it through a new feature on their app, and you also have to be over 18. I just wanted to bet on my kids, but okay. They haven't said which games will be able to bet on. Maybe all of them. I don't know. A few being mentioned: skee ball, Hot Shots basketball game. They're planning to limit how much you can wager, but haven't said what the limit is yet. Probably like $10 or something.
This is such a bad idea.
Oh yeah, it's a horrible idea.
It's someone's going to get into a fight in the Dave and Buster's parking lot, trying to get back money that they
As if that doesn't
that they
happen
lost.
right now. Yeah.
Well, not in an arcade at a Dave and Buster's. No.
What are you kidding me?
Listen. No, there's nobody already.
You cheating son of a bitch!
I'm sure that there's somebody that's absolutely got into a fight in like a, like a pool hall or something. But like in an arcade,
you hacked the game.
at Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's, they have the pool tables in there.
Word to the wise at Dave and Buster's. If you want people to have
Somebody is
compromised
coming
enough
out the
judgment to do
emergency
this,
exit with a pool cue.
Alcohol
and they're-
will be involved.
And trying to
it
get
has
their
to
money
be.
back.
And
Are
they
you
need to
kidding
make
me?
stronger drinks if they actually want this to work.
Parlay J says, I can't wait to fight strangers over air hockey bets at Dave and Buster's.
I can imagine it. I can already see it. This is a horrible idea.
Skee ball. That's hilarious.
I just want to be in attendance when it goes down.
Well, that is a thing that is on the way. So, yeah, I mean, we might just go to Dave and Buster's just to watch,
Yeah.
how society just sort of crumbles before your
last
eyes.
2 seasons. That's where we've done our NFL
Yeah.
fantasy football
Then
draft.
we just
They're
need
going to
to
come bet on our fantasy football draft.
bet
We're
on
gonna
our
get a
fantasy
huge
football
crowd.
draft. Bet on two players from the.
We're going to have some fights at the draft. That's awesome.
We're gonna bet on two players from the fourth dimension who wandered over to play Mortal Kombat and had very bad
Then you get
results.
actual Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Hadouken! I can't wait. Gamble on all of it.
Finish him.
Make it more interesting. This is going to be EMT. They're going to have to hire an EMT at every one of these 223 locations.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
I
because
can
of
see it.
this.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm for it. 888-368-1580. Quiet Cannon wants to remind you that Ron Artest never fell down. He's a good prototype for someone who doesn't get intimidated.
He was also a bad shooter. Like, are we doing this? Are we going to say you'd rather have Ron Artest shooting a basketball than Kevin Durant because when he's done making the shot, he falls down?
As long as they make the shot, I don't care how.
That's what I'm saying. Like
they can get up
that's
in a
the
timely
important
fashion.
part. And a fadeaway is a harder shot to block, especially if you're Kevin, because at 7 feet tall, he leans back. That's an unblockable shot. The only way he misses it is if he misses it. You don't have a say in the matter as a defender at all. You'd rather Kevin Durant not make a shot, who, by the way, just look at the numbers of Kevin Durant shooting the basketball in his career. You'd rather Kevin Durant not shoot a shot where he falls down, but rather Ron Artest, notoriously not a great shooter, shoot that shot because he's a tough guy. It blows my mind. I don't get that at all. I don't get it.
Chief Skull says maybe if Keon calls the baby a baby, he'll get money. Maybe he could also buy everybody nachos along with the hot dogs he's going to buy.
Well, he'd have to actually hit me, though. That's the thing. If LeBron doesn't actually hit me, I don't get
flinch.
Like,
Don't you
like
dare
nachos
flinch.
Of course
at
I
the
wouldn't
stadium?
flinch.
Or
Yeah. And then everybody gets hot dogs and a nacho. That's a whole nother record broken.
I might have
Okay.
enough money left
There we go.
over. You know?
There we go.
Quiet Cannon. I'm not even reading your stupid text. Not this one. This one affects me too. Moving on. Moist one says, can I bet the over-under on how many employees reject my advances? Really, it's always going to be the under. So no, it's always going to be under.
It's going to be the under
Just straight up under.
or the over.
Well,
Nobody-
if they reject him,
Oh, wait.
oh, that's the over.
Oh, I thought he said accept. Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
no,
reject.
over.
No, it's over by just it's over.
Way
It's-
over.
Way over.
the Vegas didn't even make odds for it. They don't even want to touch that.
Wait a minute.
They'll lose.
George just searched LinkedIn for me. And why would you send me? Why are you looking at me on LinkedIn?
And why is that impressive? If everyone can make a free account on LinkedIn, it's not special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand what you're doing, George. You should probably stop.
Very odd.
Here's why. He says, Randy, according to Jeffrey O'Brien's LinkedIn profile, your story does not add up. I'm sorry.
Which one? Which story?
That's a great question.
All of them.
That's a great question.
Every single one, except for the time we actually worked together.
Brilliant question, actually.
You mean before we got fired? Yeah.
before you got fired. I quit. I left a month before you got fired.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, did you hear about the Texas A&M baseball coach?
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah. Oh, did he fire him? They did fire him? Oh. Well, it's not him. He thinks the Georgia pitcher was cheating in the bullpen last week, and he got his video of him putting some goo on the ball.
Huh?
And so he's like, "Hey, can somebody take a look at this? He's putting goo on the ball." And a bunch of people have videos of this, so I don't know if anything had happened to that yet. So what it was is Christian Macarena, I guess, the pitcher for Georgia, and so the guy from Texas A&M, Jim Schlossnagel.
College
Good
baseball
job.
names are very
Good job.
funny.
I feel like
Schlossnagel.
I can't help you.
Schlossnagel.
Nice.
Pretty sure I
Yeah.
got it right too. Schlossnagel.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hey, this son of a bitch is putting some foreign substances on the ball. And so I don't know if they've investigated this or not, or how they're going to deal with this. The SEC is declining comment. So I don't know what happens if they find this. Oh, yeah, that kid was putting crap on the ball. Do they vacate the win? How do they deal with this?
I don't know if they'll vacate the win, but that he's getting suspended, and I don't know if he's playing NCAA baseball again.
Moist One says, I'm the king of goo ball. Okay, I'm not reading that anymore. Not reading the rest of that.
But I just saw the video of the pitcher. Yeah, that's shady, man. He walks into a corner with the ball. He puts the ball in the corner, and he's kind of hiding it with his body because he knows there's a camera behind him. And he's doing something to the baseball, and then he stands up like nothing happened.
Who, me?
Yeah. And it's in the bullpen area, so the other team can't really tell. But there's a fan that was sitting there that just got clean video of it. I mean, it's in HD and everything.
They got to do something.
As they say, they got you in 4K. It's
But if he's
he threw 23 strikes in 30 pitches.
Well,
I think the question.
But he's not using the same ball he had in the bullpen.
Oh, see, it's on his fingers already.
Well, that might be true.
I'm sure he's got some in his belt there, too.
But he would have to have the opportunity to rub down the game ball.
There's a video touching the thumb area of his glove with his right finger between pitches when he was on the mound. So he had it on his glove, Randy. So didn't they check his glove and hands?
If he comes into the game, generally after his inning, the umpires check the glove, the hand.
That wasn't done. It's
well,
not
if
done
that
at the
wasn't
college
done-
level. It's not done at the college level. Turns out.
Well, if that wasn't
at the
done,
end of the game,
and they're saying this is illegal, then shame on the umpire.
I mean, he walks, he throws a pitch, he gets the ball back from the catcher, and he's walking back to the pitcher's mound, and then he puts the ball in the glove, and he wipes his hand across the top of the glove, and then puts it back in the glove. I'm not saying that that's definitive proof of anything. It looks very shady, though.
Well, if the umpires didn't check the glove, then shame on them.
Yeah, no,
what
you're
that
right,
coach
but-
should have done, if he had some suspicion,
stop the game.
He should have called timeout.
Yep.
Walked out to the umpire, whoever the crew chief is. If it's the home plate umpire, walked out to the home plate umpire and said, "This pitcher's got some foreign substance. I need you to check him."
Well,
And
the
then just
problem is he didn't see that live. He saw the video later and was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Well,
so it was too late.
I listen. If I'm coaching that game, and this guy comes in the game and he's he's exceptional,
You're
I'm
paying
going to
attention.
call timeout. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to talk to the umpire, and I'm going to want the umpire to check that guy's glove and the ball and his fingers and all that business.
So I know you as a manager, you'd be sitting there, you're paying attention, you're quiet,
Yeah.
you're spitting your sunflower seeds and you're
yeah.
doing your thing.
Yeah.
But you're like, holy crap, this kid is lighting us up. He's striking everybody out. 23
Timeout,
strikes
Blue.
and 30 pitches. He struck out 6 batters in a row to end the game. You're like, I think
Timeout, Blue.
after like the, I don't know,
Second
10th
one.
strike in a row, you're
Yeah.
like,
Timeout, Blue.
now you're really paying attention to see if he's doing it. Then you
Yep.
would see him doing his little moves and stuff. You would
Timeout.
have, I think, Randy, you'd have had this kid by, the 15th strike.
Probably
I think you
less
would have
than
been
that.
on him for that.
Probably less than that.
He
if
wasn't
he's like,
subtle.
I mean, if the guy is out there and he's just killing us, I'm going to call timeout. I'm going to have the umpire check him. That's within my rights as an umpire or as a coach. I can go out there, call timeout, and have the umpire and crew check him.
Yeah. Well, I guess as we say, and this is like a broken record, this officiating's got to get better. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open-air zoo when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful DC turbo engine, well, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Auto Pacific segmentation, excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2023 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city 34 highway to 30 city 37 highway for 2023 Nissan Rogue. As shown, Nissan Rogue Platinum all-wheel drive 28 city 34 highway. Actual mileage may vary.
Attention all Arizona workers. You may be entitled to receive earned paid sick time. Every Arizona employer is responsible for keeping track of your hours and recording how much earned paid sick time is available under state law. Posters about paid sick time and minimum wage laws also need to be posted in every office. Get posters and learn more at azica.gov. That's azica.gov. This message is sponsored by the Industrial Commission of Arizona.
With the first pick. Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together, to get acquainted. Summer means mini camp, OTAs, then pre-season. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news you need to know about the NFL offseason. If it's the NFL, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So Caitlin Clark's first professional trading card is sold for $10,000.
Are you kidding me?
Her rookie card, the Clark Blue Viper, I guess ranks as the sixth most expensive recorded sale of a card for Caitlin.
Come on, man.
I am personally, I understand, people trying to get it on the ground floor of something that may potentially be very expensive, but
It's
I'll
Panini's Uno print of her card.
I just
I don't get it either.
$10,000 for a card of someone who
somebody that hasn't played in the WNBA yet.
Like I think she's going to do great things, but I also think she should do them first before I pay $10,000 for something.
Base price for this card $9.99. That's it.
Still $9.99. Come on.
Did she sign this thing? I don't know if she signed this.
I don't know if she did. I don't know. I just because they do this with a lot of rookies in a lot of sports.
Well, we saw old Justin Herbert's his first card sold for ridiculous money. A couple other guys just silly money. So this is no different, and this just kind of puts her up at the same level as some of these other guys, I guess. Man, she is the it girl right now. So Right now, they say it's the 6th most expensive recorded sale of a card, I guess.
That's crazy
for her. So
she hasn't done anything yet.
Well, she's done some stuff.
Well, I mean,
she just hasn't played a game yet
in
in the
the
WNBA.
college,
but that's her
but in
pro
the-
card.
It's a
but
rookie
in the-
card.
in the
Nobody who has a
WNBA
rookie card has done anything yet.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
which is why you don't buy it for 10 grand.
I mean, I could see this gaining value after her rookie season, but
You know,
before,
but for 10 racks for a card, that is absolutely
Some
for
people
somebody
have
who hasn't-
too much money.
Yeah, because it's just she hasn't done anything. I'm sure it's going to become valuable, but how much of that initial investment
I
makes
wonder
any
if
sense?
Neil from the Weekend Warriors. I wonder if he's the
that
one
they
that
easily
bought
could
that.
have
He's
been Neil.
$10,000 poorer today.
See what I'm saying?
Neil having very tough conversations with his wife.
Mhm.
No, I'm sure that happens on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So anyway, so now Caitlin Clark, one more thing. So she had better tear
Well, I
it up
mean-
in the WNBA.
Well, I mean, good for her, and I'm happy for her, and I hope she does so great. But
yeah, it's just
I mean, ESPN is betting the entire house on her being great in the WNBA.
I think it's a good bet.
I think it's a good bet, but I just hope everybody is aware it's going to be tougher on her than most rookies.
Well,
Because
I mean,
all of these other players that are really good players, but they
They're
never
gonna,
got
like-
the attention that she
yeah.
got.
Well,
They're
welcome
coming
to the
for it.
damn
to prove.
WNBA, Jack.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
So she's going to have a tough rookie year.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Keon, are you going to get the EA college football when it comes out?
Oh,
are you gonna-
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh.
And I'll turn into everything I hate about college football the very same day.
Chris Fowler, I guess, was saying, yeah, I just finished doing the voiceover for that. It took me 115 hours of
Oh
just
my
reading
God.
everybody's damn name.
What?
Yeah, I mean, you have to, I guess.
Yeah, he says it was a very detailed process. And he said it was very impressive. He says, but yeah, 115 hours of audio, 700 college football names. And he says, unlike the previous edition of the game, which came out in 2013, now you can say their names.
Yeah.
You can all the NIL stuff.
It didn't take as long as before because, like, you'd play the game and he'd say, and the quarterback throws to the receiver, and you're
Yeah,
like,
he
okay,
was done in 20 minutes.
yeah.
In the past, this
Yeah.
They just added 100 more hours to this man's life of work.
he finally gets down to that team. Washington
Yeah.
has the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Fowler is going to need a break.
What do you think
So,
that's going to be like in 5 years, though? That's going to be
well,
crazy.
they call it EA College Football 30.
That's going to be crazy.
It will, yeah.
You think 115 hours? That's going to look like a light load
That
in
also
about 10 years.
that also tells you a lot of people got some weird ass names because you said Smith once. And then that covered a lot of people's names. Johnson once covers a lot of people's last name. Johnson has the ball. Smith runs over. Some of the basic names you don't have to read over and over and over again. But some of these names
Yeah,
are.
I mean, look at some of the names that were in the draft. We had a Fashanu. We had a Fuaga.
Fuaga.
We had a ton of guys in this draft that with crazy names. I'm sure having to read all of the names, even the guys that aren't top level guys, are going to be, that's going to be crazy.
I hope Chris Fowler got a little something per hour.
Oh, I'm sure he was paid well for his services.
He gets his check and he's like, "Well, this is bull crap."
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
they got to pay him well because they obviously are going to release another one next year.
Well, they already got most of the names recorded. It'll be easier.
Well, that's
next
true. Yeah. So it's not,
unless
it's
they're
not as bad.
required to do whole new audio for everybody. So, anyways, the whole point is EA College Football 25 for you gamers. It's on the way. This is going to be an interesting aspect to that, though. It just occurred to me. University of Houston. Remember how they were wanting to use Columbia blue, which is the blue from the Houston Oilers, and all that. Well, they've had some issues, and now they're like, you know what? Screw you, Tennessee Titans. Screw you. We're going to go ahead and use this blue, and we're going to use that color blue. You guys don't own colors. We can use the color, and so now they've informed the league yesterday, and the NFL hasn't responded yet because they're figuring out with their lawyers. But he's like, yeah, we're giving them a couple of weeks to respond. He says, you know what? this is a very defensible position. We can use the damn color. And they said, it's not a reach, it's a layup. Legally, this is easy.
They don't use any of the old Oilers logos.
Right. Fonts, logos, looks.
The font is different. It just says Houston. The font is a completely different font. It's not, nothing is the same except the colors. And yeah, I mean, you can't sue somebody for colors.
Can I ask, why are they doing this? Weren't they red and white? Why are they going with this?
And this is the University of Houston, by the way.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, why they were red and white before? What,
yeah, well, because it is reminiscent of the Houston Oilers,
and changing their fonts to look like the former Oilers.
Because there are a lot of fans that still remember that team, but
they think it's about the city.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
they think it's about the city.
The Oilers, it doesn't even make
school.
The Oilers don't even make sense in Tennessee. There's no oil in Tennessee. the city.
Well, on the hair of a lot of its residents.
Okay, that's fair. So, that is true. But in terms of oil that you drill out of the ground.
Have you seen Vince Gill?
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of oil.
That's oil
by himself. It's a significant
Have
amount.
You seen Amy Grant?
I mean, she's pretty oily too, but I think mostly because of Vince Gill.
Well, that's a lot of oil.
And if you've seen Vince Gill not doing the Ozempic, clearly, and also cooking in a lot of oil.
Oh my God! And if you've seen Vince Gill, you've seen Amy Grant.
Or you can't see Amy Grant.
You can't see Amy Grant on account of how oily he is.
Yeah. The eclipse.
You can't see her.
It's just bad.
And vice versa. She is so oily that if you see her, you don't see him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's just physics.
Yeah.
You know. Hamlin Porter says North Carolina trademarked their blue color.
Yes.
How can you do
really
that?
Can't do that.
It's a color.
Blue.
This is about as stupid as the Ohio State trying to trademark the word.
No, it's Tar Heel blue.
But what? Okay, it's a color. It's a color.
But they trademarked
Pantone.
I mean,
light hits numbers. It, and then it sends a
Why
certain.
Is somebody's phone going off on a show?
It sends a certain light wave back to your eyes.
Randy. It's official.
Tar Heels blue.
Trademark that. Just ridiculous.
Is that the Tar Heels heard us talking and they're calling you right away, aren't they, Jeff?
I cannot comment. It's official business. So, Bat Flipper says, Randy, I'm going to play that game until the Sun Devils win a national championship next year.
Which game?
Well, that's the only way they will, is if you're playing that game on easy mode.
Damn.
Or you're good at the game. You could just be good at the
game.
game.
You go ahead and play that game
right now.
You go ahead and do what you've got to do to fulfill your what's the word I'm looking for here, guys? Fulfill your
hopes and dreams.
Yeah, there it is. Hopes and dreams.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, I just looked up Vince Gill's photo, gave me acne immediately.
See, I told you.
Wow.
Don't do that.
Grant, did you?
Yeah, we should have warned him. Hamlin Porter says, one of those hours for Fowler was spent figuring out that Atlanta guy's last name.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Fowler is, he's pretty well read. I think he's going to be okay with that.
Quiet Cannon says, Jeffrey, I'm just trying to make my point right now. Suns do it every year in the playoffs. The officiating's different in the playoffs. Yeah. You just wanted me to say those words, and I'm not saying those words. I'm not giving you what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Beer Bob says, hey, I saw the video of that kid doctoring the ball there. He put it on his glove. John Boy does a whole breakdown of this thing. Who the hell's John Boy?
John Boy is the guy that actually released a lot of the video that started the investigation with the Houston Astros and their cheating, because he noticed that the trash cans would bang before certain pitches were thrown, and then they would hit homers, and he just documented all of it. He had like these YouTube videos, and he'd go, this is what they're doing, and this is, notice whenever this happens, they swing at this. And that started the whole investigation. He also does a lot of breakdowns of baseball fights and other things around baseball. So
he breaks down baseball fights.
Yeah,
well, that's fun.
He can read lips, so it's like it's pretty fun to just go, oh, yeah, this is the guy that actually started it or whatever. Yeah.
Moist One says, I can't wait to get the Heisman with General Booty. Yeah, I don't know if
Hey,
Fowler
that's a-
will say booty.
That's a real name.
I think he had to if he got the
That's
NIL.
a real name. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a real guy.
That's a
Here's
real guy.
pass from General Booty
Yeah.
to
So the USC Trojans once upon a time had a quarterback named John David Booty.
John David Booty.
Oh,
He
that's
played
right,
he
that's
played
right.
exactly like his name, but his brother is named General Booty.
General Booty.
He's got a brother, and that's his name. That's his actual name.
By the way, did you see, speaking of USC, yeah, there are a lot of people protesting. And I don't understand if there's a thing going on in Israel and Palestine or whatever, and people are upset at each other and fighting and doing, killing each other. How does protesting at USC affect that? Why are these people protesting at colleges over something that's happening in Israel? Between Israel and Palestine, I don't understand that, but they did go ahead and protest at USC, and Tommy the Trojan got vandalized.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not too bad. They just wrote, it said "Say no to genocide" right there at the bottom. Now, I don't know which side was doing the protesting, but I feel like it's a sentiment that both of them could probably agree on. How about we say no to genocide? Either way. So, I think both sides, I'm not going to talk about this. All I'm going to say is everybody just stop killing each other. Stop killing each other.
I think that's fair. That's a fair thing to say. Yeah.
Maybe stop that, and then we figure out a different way to settle this. We don't need to be killing people and killing people trying to bring food in and trying to help people, and we don't need to be. I don't understand what's happening over there. I'll be honest. And I understand geopolitical issues pretty clearly. This one, I don't get. I get, but I don't get. You know what I mean? This is senseless. This whole thing is senseless. And both sides. Come on, just stop it. Anyway, so, Tommy Trojan, can I just tell you, if you're going to vandalize, you got to go higher. You don't do it at the base. You go up there and you do something to Tommy Trojan. So next time you're at USC and you want to protest and you got to get up there and take off his head. I think that's the best thing you can do.
Just decapitate Tommy
Take his head off?
Yeah, or just cut him off at the midsection, or just do something to Tommy Trojan, not just to the base.
The thing is that you're going to the base you can
vandalize.
spray paint. You need power tools if you're going to decapitate Tommy
You
Trojan.
better show up with your power tools, because if you're going to do it right. If you're gonna go after Tommy Trojan, you melt him down. For staples or paper clips. Can I just? Does that make sense?
I think that makes sense. Yeah, you
a little spray paint on the base.
No half measures. Go all the way.
It makes no sense to me, but go
no,
ahead.
Here's what you do. You go there. You don't worry about spray painting "Say no to genocide" on the base. What you do is you chop off the Tommy Trojan at the ankles, and you take the metal, you melt it down, and you make paper clips, and then you use the paper clips to attach to things that you mail out as part of your protest. Everybody gets a paperclip part of Tommy Trojan. I just want to see him destroy Tommy Trojan, to be honest.
Why?
Just because I know it'd bother Ralph. Ralph's the USC guy, so
both the actual thing and the reason why might bother Ralph. So
why are they vandalizing Tommy Trojan? What does he have to do with
just
this?
Can't figure it out, to be honest.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it right, make the effort.
Why do it at all?
Really care. Show them you really care. Don't ask these questions, Randy. We don't. It doesn't need to make sense. I just want to see Tommy Trojan destroyed. If you're going to do it, then do it right. That's all I'm saying. It makes no sense that you're protesting on campuses everywhere. Because, what do you expect? The college is going to go, well, we've got this. They're going to make a phone call and it's over.
The colleges, you're trying to get to the governments, really.
You're going to melt Tommy Trojan down.
At the college.
They are sending the National Guard in, so clearly they are interested in what is going on.
You go to the Capitol. I'm not saying if you want to make a protest effective, you're
but
it's the wrong place.
If you're in college, you might not be able to afford to go to the Capitol. That's just
what are you talking about?
Leave it to the people who can protest.
Say whatever it is if you want about Vietnam War protests, but that's the same idea.
we're not at war, so I'm not sure why we're protesting ourselves now. I'm very confused.
We
by
are
all this.
funding one of the sides in that conflict.
We're funding everybody, Keon.
We are not funding Hamas. So, like, we're not funding both of the
I'm
sides
sure
in that
somehow
conflict.
we have without knowing.
Maybe unintentionally, but not intentionally.
Because we funded the hell out of whatever Russia is doing to the Ukraine. And we funded the hell out of these people who are using the missiles against these guys. We're all over. We are Stark Industries, Keon.
I mean, of course, but like that's still the U.S. is specifically against that particular because the U.S. is not funding everybody. They're funding people for like their own. No, they're funding people for their own
get funded
for their own interests. I mean, I'm a person that lives here. I'd like to be funded, but here we are.
God. We should fund us more.
But no, they have their own interests, and I don't think, just from what I've read, Hamas aligns with those interests. So I don't think they're actually funding them.
Don't believe everything you read.
I'm not believing everything.
Talk about this, to be honest. I really just want to see if you're going to go ahead and take out Tommy Trojan, do it right.
If you're going to take out Tommy Trojan, burn him down to a bunch of some sort of a Steelies, and then throw those on the campus at UCLA.
Sure.
Why UCLA?
Because that's their rivals, UCLA. You just go about 15 minutes from the campus there, and you throw all these millions of Steelies from burning down Tommy
why
Trojan.
do you want to trip the people at UCLA? What we want to do is
throw those on the campus there.
I don't think you understand how this works.
Aha! Tommy Trojan has struck again.
I don't want to help Tommy Trojan.
And also, he'll be unrecognizable. They won't even know that Tommy Trojan is what's tripping him up.
That would be damn.
I don't think you understand how this whole thing works.
What?
We would be very bad at protesting, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Against the Spread says, there's only one person that can cut off Tommy Trojan because she has prior experience. Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh my God.
Can go saw that Trojan right off.
I knew that was coming from a mile away. I saw it. I can't believe that it's
I
still
didn't
happening.
see a penis sticking out of Tommy Trojan.
Because he has none. He's like Ken. He's like Ken. Listen, we got to take a break. We got to take a break. When we come back, we have other various sports type things to talk about. And then, of course,
that sports?
Just really trying to get to football. Well, yeah. Tommy Trojan, the mascot.
Okay. All right.
Follow the bouncing ball, Randy. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
O'Reilly. You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to HarmonSolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast too. Check it out. Go to HarmonSolar.com. That's HarmonSolar.com.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. N61, visit staples.com/print for details.
1084, please stand by.
We all know driving hammered gets you nailed, but did you also know driving high is a DUI? I'm Officer Badalucco with the Gilbert Police Department. Anything that impairs your driving makes you dangerous on the road. If you feel different, you drive different, and driving high is illegal. Be smart with marijuana use. Get the facts at drivinghighaz.com and spread the word with #HighDUI. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives. including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com.
Before becoming a professional announcer, I took the announcer oath, which forbids me from misleading listeners.
Just wrap your heads around the reality of that.
That means I speak the truth when I say you can listen to us on your smart speaker. Just say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Don't know if I should read some of these texts. Don't know if we really want to go in that direction. Let's see here. Baker's Cocky Hen says, yeah, didn't Booty go to USC right around the time Sanchez had the old butt fumble? Moral of the story, USC is ass, Ralph. I'll allow that.
It's a great moral and true.
Berg says, you know, these Donnie free shows are great. Protest Donnie.
Donnie free shows.
It's true. Oh, wow. Silver Pops did, he did a graphic for us for Keon Rose Wiener Night. I'm going to go ahead and post this up on the old Twitter.
Oh, my God.
For
No.
Keon Rose Glizzy bobblehead night.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, no, that's a good one. It's a good one.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Trust my
that's-
judgment.
It's deeply unfortunate.
No, I
that is a
trust
thing
you,
that
Jeffco.
exists. I have a
I've trusted
bobblehead
you
night
for 30 years. so.
that also is involving wieners, and I don't get anything from it, but my name is on it.
Jeffrey
I should
and
get something
Wieners
from
and
it.
you. So
I don't get anything from it, so I'm not
generally
involved.
what happens is people ask Jeffrey to post things with my name attached. Now that you're here,
Well,
you
because-
get to have your name attached.
Well, you jumped off of social media, so now I literally have to email you stuff they want to show you on
You're
social media.
damn right. You're
It's
damn
not
right.
annoying at all.
Yet he still does.
Meanwhile, Randy, free from the shackles of social media, free as a damn bird.
I'm
I'm
not going to send you stuff anymore.
Bird
Unless it's really good.
Randy gets all of the benefits of social media with none of the downside of social media.
Yes,
He just gets the
Yes.
cool stuff. He doesn't get the crappy comments. He
Yes,
doesn't
I
get
do.
he doesn't get any of it. It's just all of the good stuff.
So Oily Stool, CK, Bat
Yes.
Flipper. I don't think we're going to talk about Hamas and Israel and all that in Palestine. I think we're just going to move on from that.
We're not the place for that.
Although Bat Flipper does make a good point. He says if they funded USA citizens like they funded everybody else, Keon could afford to get us them hot dogs.
I wouldn't be complaining.
Probably true.
I wouldn't be complaining.
That is probably
I'm just
true
saying.
right there.
Just saying.
I'm still just having a hard time believing that they sanctioned the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight to be a real professional fight.
Mm.
July 20th, when they fight, it counts. It counts to the people who are in charge of fighting.
Specifically, Jake, who wants to have a nice record. So
he wants to professionally have said he has beaten Mike Tyson. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to win this. I hope Mike Tyson cleans the floor with him. You know what I'm thinking? I think Jake Paul's this might be his last fight. And he's like, okay, I'm going to make
This is
that
the
money
payday.
because he's going to make a lot of money. They're both going to make a lot of money because, people will watch it on the pay-per-view. So he's like, okay, I'll do this. I'll get my ass kicked by Mike Tyson, and then I'll go on to making bathtub videos or whatever he does on his slap and tickle YouTube thing.
yeah, I don't know what he does either, but that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's going to draw a lot of eyeballs, especially now that the fight counts. And it's Mike Tyson. Like, that's the thing that's making this fight real, is that there's you think about Mike Tyson's age and you go, I don't think he's winning this. But then you realize it's Mike Tyson and you're still like, oh, maybe there's more than a good chance that he could. Mike Tyson said the other day he quit smoking so that he could be particularly agitated by his nicotine his nicotine loss to make him angrier in the fight.
Oh, I love that. So, if Mike Tyson's in actual shape come July 20th, muscle memory will kick in. And Jake Paul's in trouble.
Like, I don't want to say
if he gets inside on Jake Paul, it's over. It's over and out.
And Floyd Mayweather with his broken hands almost knocked Jake Paul out. I can't imagine what Mike Tyson would do to him. I actually can't.
If Mike Tyson gets in that swing range and he gets inside of Jake Paul, it's over now.
It's the Steph Curry put you to sleep celebration.
He better not let Mike Tyson inside.
Do we have a tail of the tape on these guys?
Boom!
Is Jake Paul got longer arms than Mike Tyson to try to stay away from him?
Yeah.
Is he going to Manny Pacquiao?
He probably does, but Mike Tyson's had shorter arms than everyone he's fought. He's an infighter.
Mike Tyson gets inside, he's going to hit him with that uppercut, that devastating uppercut.
Mike Tyson's
Jake Paul's just going to fall over like a big redwood tree.
But here's the strategy: Pacquiao Mayweather. Remember when Mayweather kept running away from Manny Pacquiao, just tired him out during the fight. Jake Paul does the same thing to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson will be in punch you through to next week shape, but I don't know if he's going to be chase a guy around the ring kind of shape. That's what I'm worried about. That Jake Paul is just
the thing is,
tiring him out.
If you run away, because the thing with Floyd is that he's perfected it. It's not like he's just running away. He stands in with some of these encounters and he moves in a way that he doesn't take any particularly clean shots.
Yes.
If you just run away in the whole fight, if the judges are any good, then the round goes to the more dominant fighter. The guy that's actually doing the hunting gets the round. If he's not able, if the punches are similar, the punches thrown and punches landed are similar, the guy that's actually dominating the ring gets the round. And so I don't know that just running away is going to help you.
Guarantee you, if Mike Tyson lands anything to the body and anything to the face of Jake Paul, it's over.
Mike Tyson's formula has not changed in his whole life. He hits you in the stomach, in the body, in the liver shots especially.
Liver
and the guard
shuts down your internal organs.
The guard comes down and then he's going upstairs.
Here. Yeah. And then you move in to try to rest and you pull your arms in, and then Mike Tyson gets inside, and then it's like boom, out of nowhere, and you are asleep. Over and out.
I hope the gloves aren't too big. I mean, Baker's Cocky Hen says, I wish it was a gloveless fight.
Well, I don't know if it's gloveless, but I think 14 ounces is just weak sauce.
He says people are underestimating Tyson's speed despite his age. It's only 2-minute rounds too, by the way. Worst case, Tyson eats some of his ear like it was one of his weed gummies shaped like ears or something.
No, I don't think he's got to do that.
I just want to see Jake Paul lose. I want to see him just destroyed by Mike Tyson. I probably won't get my wish because I think the gloves are going to be bigger gloves.
And Mike Tyson fought it at heavyweight. Jake's a cruiserweight.
I think that everybody is hoping that everybody would put money on Mike Tyson to knock him out, and all Jake Paul's got to do in his camp is just last the entire fight. Just don't let him get inside to knock him out.
I will not watch the fight. I'm not going to pay for the fight.
No.
But if Mike Tyson destroys Jake Paul, I'll watch the YouTube video.
There we go.
And I'm not betting on it. I mean, you're a sucker if you bet on this fight.
Yes, you are.
Because the fix very well could be in.
Yeah, I think the fix has been in for several fights with Jake Paul. Come on.
Floyd Mayweather, 100% sure.
Yeah, Floyd kept him from falling over, so that he wouldn't.
You don't catch the guy you're trying to knock out.
Yeah,
you knock the guy out. Lost Toby says, speaking of boxing, that Canelo press conference. Yeah, I heard it was a little bit chippy. Called out Oscar De La Hoya for stealing money, and Oscar went off about rehab and trying to say that Canelo was on drugs. Oh yeah, a lot of drama whenever you get Oscar De La Hoya around. That is a true statement. He's a nice guy. I had him on the show once, and I got a signed glove by him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Also got a signed high heel.
I was so tempted to ask. You have to understand how much it took restraint not say thing on radio.
Got a sweet
Dude, we had
evening.
a paid sponsor involved with it. This was at a
Sweet.
SoCal station.
Sweet evening gown.
I was just like, no, his skin is very soft. Yes, sir.
I have trouble believing De La Hoya though, because like the history of boxing is just promoters stealing from their fighters. That's like most of the sport.
CK says Mayweather beat Logan Paul, not Jake Paul. Jake, Logan, they're the same age. Really?
Okay, that's fair, but they're the same guy to me. I can't tell the difference between Jake and Logan Paul.
Slow Mo Zo says, I thought the fight was on Netflix. I don't see anything that says that. You might be right. I don't know. I thought it was a pay-per-view. Well, trust me, if it is on Netflix, Netflix is paying a lot of money for it. They're trying to get into live sports. That's why the roast of Tom Brady on Sunday is going to be live on Netflix. Still not completely sure what time. So we'll talk more about this when we get back, and we eventually got to talk about the NBA playoffs. Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
O'Reilly. You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Do you need equipment for your business but don't have the cash? I can help. I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital, and we offer no money down financing on new and used equipment. Excavators, forklifts, dozers, tractors, cranes, plows, and more. If it's essential to your business, I will help you get the money you need. It's faster and easier than asking your banker. Call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. That's 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
Stay ahead of the curve with your commute. ADOT's I-10 Broadway Curve Improvement Project is making great progress. That means better travel times, safer commutes, plus easier access to work, schools, retail, and Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Want to stay informed about upcoming closures and construction traffic? Good news, you can get real-time updates on the app, available at i10broadwaycurve.com. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Department of Transportation.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third
hour. All right, people, settle down.
because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. As we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. We were talking about the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight at the end of the last hour, and I think the text line wants us to keep talking about it. So we will finish up with that, and then hopefully soon enough we'll move on to talking about the NBA playoffs. And I still have a standing conversation about the NFL draft for all our teams we haven't had yet, but I guess that's not going anywhere. So let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Average Joe says, yes, this fight is on Netflix, so no need to pay additional. Well, then how are they making money? They must be making money off of illegitimate bets, and just Netflix is paying them.
Yeah, I think Netflix is paying them, and then also just with Netflix wants to attract people, so they're going to pay a lot for whoever it is that's able to organize a fight like this, and they're hoping for more subscriptions from people who are maybe curious about it. Or
who's not on Netflix right now?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Outside of Randy,
I feel like everybody is, but
who's not?
And the people like Randy that aren't on it, probably not going to do it for this fight. So I don't know. I don't know that this is a great business strategy, but that's the idea.
Do it for this fight. No,
unless you have promised me that Jake Paul is going to get bloodied. You know what I mean? I just I don't feel any need to watch this, even if I have already paid for it.
Agreed.
No, thank you. Lost Toby, what are you sending me? Sometimes it just says not provided till I look at it. He says, speaking of the boxing, let's see. Oh, that's right. I already read that. Oh, yeah. We talked about that already. Where now that's a nice spin. Remember we were talking about how Djokovic, he looks like the guy grew. In fact, that they decided to use him in a promotion for it, where he showed up to the game wearing the scarf and the black and everything. Yeah. And so now somebody has done the thing where he's standing there behind the Lakers, who are all shrunk down to make them look like minions in their yellow jerseys.
Oh my God.
That's actually pretty good.
I like that.
Slow Mo Zo says the boxing match between the YouTube star and the former heavyweight champion will stream live from the AT&T Stadium in Texas on the Netflix.
No kidding. They're going to go Jerry's World.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how many people will show up for this nonsense.
Probably a lot.
76,000 plus.
There are enough suckers in the world that there's enough for that to happen.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Jake can actually kick somebody's ass. The other Paul's skill compared to Jake is like Owen Wilson's face compared to Luke Wilson's face.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch him fight, Logan
That's a good comparison.
Is the worst fighter. But yeah, Logan is worse than Jake. But
Logan was the clown ass who was part of that riot in Scottsdale. Remember that? Speaking of streaming services pissing you off, you remember when Peacock was like, hey, we got the exclusive rights to a game, pay us, and then you can watch this playoff game. And I did. I paid them the $4.99 a month for 1 month, and I canceled immediately because I never used Peacock outside of watching that one game. And I felt dirty afterwards. I felt dirty doing it that way, but I was like, I really want to watch this game. I think it was a Chiefs game.
It was the Chiefs and Dolphins in that game that was basically in a refrigerator.
Yeah, and then the broadcast, the quality wasn't that great.
You shouldn't feel dirty for that. They forced your hand. They have a TV network. You could have watched it on TV, and they put it on a streaming service and nowhere else.
So,
that's on them.
I canceled. And now Peacock is going to be doing some Olympic stuff. Now, here's the thing. What the actual F? Because the Olympics should be on regular TV. It should be on NBC network. It should be on all the little cable or satellite channels that NBC has.
And it should be free.
Exactly. I mean, that at least the Olympics don't screw us over on that. And so now Peacock has come out and said they will increase the subscription price right ahead of the Paris Olympics. They're going up to $5.99 a month. They
what?
No, I'm sorry. They raised no, that's right. I did. I paid $5.99. But when they did the playoff game, they had their prices at $4.99. Then they raised to $5.99. They're going to raise it again.
Good for them,
I
ensuring
ain't
that
watching that.
absolutely nobody's going to watch the Olympics.
What do you mean good for them?
At least
I
not
have
on
the
Peacock.
subscription.
I'm saying that for ensuring that no one will watch the Olympics. If that's
what the
their
hell are you
goal,
watching on Peacock, Randy?
they've accomplished it.
You don't have Netflix, but you have Peacock?
On Patrol Live.
That's right. You do like that show.
I do.
Yeah, but that's the thing is people follow the shows they like. The Olympics is something that's kind of cool because it's always on. Like if you go into any restaurant while the Olympics are on, or any place that's got a TV.
Why would I go to a restaurant?
I'm not saying
buy food and
you're not the
go
target
there-
audience.
yeah,
Randy.
it's
just
not
to watch the damn Olympics.
I didn't.
So you don't
I
have
didn't
to pay
say
this.
I didn't say just to watch the Olympics. I'm just saying it's always on. So if you happen to be in a place, the Olympics are usually on during the Olympics. If you put it on a streaming service, absolutely nobody is watching this.
All right, so let me ask you, Jeffrey, what do you like to watch on the Winter Olympics?
I don't watch the Olympics.
That's what I thought. Keon,
Hockey. I'll watch the hockey when they play. And
Isn't this the Summer Olympics that they're doing?
No, it's a winter.
I don't watch the gravity sports where they just
is this
slide down something.
Yeah, it's the Summer Olympics.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
the Summer Olympics?
Summer, yeah, go ahead.
I don't watch very much in the Winter Olympics, but I watch the track and field stuff. I think that's always cool.
Really?
Can I just tell you something? I will never go to another track meet. Don't tell my kids this. It was the worst experience.
Well, it's a difference when the pros
boring
do it.
as hell.
Track meets are boring.
But
so
yeah,
Jeff,
I
though,
like the 100-meter. If you can run the 100-meter
like-
faster than everybody
so,
else,
all
you're
right,
the
so
fastest person in the world.
Of all of the Olympic broadcasts, you will tune in to the 100-meter dash.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. And then of
That's
course,
it.
like the 400-meter relay, I like that one too.
No.
Javelin. See somebody.
no.
Well,
No,
that's
no,
what I
no.
like. That's what I
wanna
do.
see
Like
somebody
the
get speared.
100-meter dash. That's your favorite.
Yeah.
All right.
I also
Jeffco,
like
what
the
do you-
swimming. Yeah.
I don't have a
No,
favorite.
no.
I don't have a favorite.
Summer Olympics.
Don't have a
what do you
favorite.
like, Jeff?
Don't care.
You don't have a favorite?
No, I don't care. Just nothing.
No, both
If
of
I
us
did-
have a
not
problem.
everybody has a favorite.
If I did, it'd be like I want to see a guy pop a hemorrhoid throwing the the shot
the shot put,
or
yeah.
something. I don't know. I don't
Shot
care.
put.
There's nothing about the Summer Olympics I care about.
I don't think they
I
actually
like the basketballs.
televised the shot puts.
Oh, basketball.
They
Yeah,
do.
okay.
They televise all of it. I've
I'll watch the
watched
basketball.
all of the track and field events on the
What are you
Olympics.
talking about,
But
Keon?
my
Basketball,
Randy,
You've
my
got
my
these squatty
entire
bodies out there
life.
throwing cannonballs.
Yeah.
You like to watch that? Come on.
No,
Yeah,
basketball, Randy.
I understand the technique behind it, so I like to watch it. Yeah, I like
Well,
I like to
understand the
watch
technique
people.
too. I mean, my best friend in high school, Steve Hickman, he threw the
Yeah.
damn shot put.
Okay, so then
I
it's just,
understand the
it's just
technique.
not
No.
some. Okay, then it's
I
just
feel like
not
you pop
something
a
that
hemorrhoid.
interests
No,
you.
he did 3 or 4 racks of speed. Anyway, go ahead.
I like to watch the best people in the world at the thing that they do the thing that they do.
I'll watch the basketball though. Is that going to
So
be
the
on the
basketball-
Peacock?
Well,
I don't. I'm not paying
if
for
they're
it.
putting it on the Peacock, I will not.
I would
be watching it.
imagine the
It's fine.
basketball is going to be on the NBC.
Where are you going with this, Randy?
Well, I'm just saying, why buy the Peacock? I mean, why?
Well, I didn't plan on it.
I'm not going to either.
I'm
Is that
simply
gonna
going to
have
not
the-
watch things I like if it's
The
there.
events you want? I mean,
I don't want any.
Kim
of
and
them,
I
to
have
be
the
honest.
Peacock for one thing and one thing only.
Hmm.
On Patrol Live. That's it. We don't watch anything else. We don't watch Dateline. I'm not watching any.
What about Twisted Metal? That's on.
I'm
we should
not
watch
watching
that.
any Twisted Metal. I'm not watching anything else on the Peacock other than on Patrol Live.
Well, the good news is when they get the playoff game for the NFL, you're already in.
So you can just watch that
I guess.
since you've got it already.
There is
Okay.
nothing on Peacock worth me paying them except for
Yeah.
that moment. And
The only thing,
if I don't like the teams in the playoff game this next year, I ain't buying it then either.
I'm not going to be sitting around during the Paris Olympics looking on Peacock to try to find out, oh my God, when is the flag waving contest on?
Well, that's
Oh,
the ribbon dance. The ribbon
When
dance.
am I going to see the 100-meter dash? Oh my God, wait, when is the damn long run? The
I think there's something
marathon. I
called
want to see that one.
that's what they call the
Yeah.
marathon.
Yeah, I'm not
The
going to.
the
I'm
The
not
long run.
the long
If
one.
we could rename them more
It's like
interesting
the
things, it might help.
1500 meter there or whatever it is.
I'm-
But
I'm-
yeah,
see,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
doing
I like.
I do like.
I
the-
used to run, so I like.
I do
watching
like
runners,
the
that's
skiers in the winter ones.
Yeah, they're
The
not
skiers,
doing water
they-
skiing anymore.
They
so.
doing no, they're doing
Summer
cross
Olympics,
country,
Randy. It's the
and they
Summer
have to
Olympics.
stop, and then you take a weapon out.
Because when I
and they've
think
gotta
summer,
hit,
I think Paris.
as they're breathing hard, they're doing that, and they got to hit the damn targets in between heartbeats. Like boom, 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 pow. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
I like that one.
I think they're adding stuff. They can break dancing. They'll have break dancing in the Paris
Are
Olympics.
you kidding me?
for
right now?
for one Olympics only.
Are you guys kidding me right now?
I'm not kidding.
They announced 4 years ago that breakdancing was an Olympic sport, and then this past,
Oh.
I think in the
See,
that's
right
not what.
there.
What,
Jeffrey
what do you
just
think
won.
breakdancing?
I just
Jeffrey
won. I just won a
just
silver.
won
You didn't
a-
see what my feet were doing, Keon.
Jeffrey just won the gold
It
medal.
couldn't
right
have
there.
been doing
Hold on.
enough for you to win a
Oh,
breakdancing
he won the
competition.
damn
Hold
gold
on, I'm gonna
medal
go ahead and
right
spin
there.
now.
I'll tell you.
Oh, he's gonna go down and
See
spin.
that?
All right,
Look at that.
I believe
Look
it.
at that
I
move
believe it.
right there.
I'll believe it. then he stopped. There you go.
Do you see that?
It took a great deal of effort. You might have won. You might have won the competition with that. Yeah.
Gold.
Oh.
That's gold right there.
I'm gonna need
It's-
some Percocet.
That's gold right there.
Just may not be a round 2 and 3 for you, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the only part of the music I want too. By the way, over. and over.
Down.
Randy, you watch Paw Patrol? Says Average Joe.
What?
'Cause I thought that was on Nickelodeon. Paw Patrol.
My granddaughter watches that. Maybe I
What
watched
are you
that
watching?
with
He's watching On Patrol.
her. On
Oh.
Patrol Live.
Are there dogs?
No.
It's not the same thing,
sometimes-
Average Joe.
No, sometimes there's dogs.
Though, you know,
There's like Kilo, and there's King, and there's the other one, Aggressor. I don't know what the dogs' names are.
Lost Toby says skateboarding is going to be great. No, it's not. It's just
if
not.
you like skateboarding, yeah, you'll probably get something out of that.
I had this nice skateboard when I was a teenager. It was made out of red acrylic. It looked beautiful and had the big fat, the fat tires on it. They were like that, and these nice trucks. And I was like skating, and I fell off that. Both my elbows have chips in them.
Ooh. So that was the end of your skateboarding career.
Yeah, I just took that skateboard and threw that right in the garbage.
I begged my dad for a skateboard, and he reluctantly bought one.
No.
First day with the skateboard, tried to ollie, skateboard shoots out from under me. I fall on my butt, and a car comes by, runs over the skateboard. It's in
I can
half.
feel it. I can
And
feel it.
That was probably for the best.
I mean, it was for the best for the skateboard, but it was a long conversation with my dad. I did not come out of that conversation unscathed. Oh,
So
how
your
come you
dad-
didn't take care of the stuff I bought you? And
It was just an accident, though. It was an accident.
he didn't care.
Oh.
Just absolutely was
You know why?
unfazed.
You know why he
If
came
you
down
look
here
at
like
my
that? Because in his
elbows-
head, he's like, I hope this kid doesn't want to
I
know.
look at my
got a
elbows. I got
whooping.
holes in my elbows. And that came from the skateboard right there.
I've
See
never
that?
had an accident on a skateboard because I've been smart enough to stay off them.
Wise. I didn't hurt myself very bad, but the skateboard was
did.
destroyed, and he was mad. He was very mad about it.
Big George says, "Hey Randy, I got Direct TV stream, so I can watch On Patrol live on Reels, and I can watch San Diego Padre games. I have MLB TV to watch the Diamondbacks. On Patrol Live is one of my favorite shows, by the way, along
much
with
you paying for
Alone
that,
on the
Big
History
George?
Channel.
How much you paying for that, Big George?
He's a lawyer; he can afford it.
How much you paying for that, Big George?
That's gonna be like $65 for a Direct TV stream or something. I don't know.
No, it's going to be more than that, like
I don't know.
200.
Kiss
How
the
much you
Cook.
paying for that, Big George?
Case the Cook says women's water polo is hot. You can't see anything. Their necks
is
are just
it?
above the water.
I
That's it.
well, they well,
How's
they-
that hot?
It's not
No,
at
they-
all hot. It's violent. What are you
They
talking
got the
about?
Oh, now you got
underwater-
my interest.
They
It's,
got the underwater.
They got the underwater
look.
cams, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
brutal down there. No way. It's not hot
brutal.
at all.
I mean,
It's not hot at all. There's punching and scratching and kicking. Nah, it's not attractive. It's just
it's stuff you like, Jeffco.
Mr. Wilbur says, sorry for the most random text message ever from Mr.
No, no.
Wilbur because I'm helping my daughter move and I've not been listening. I just want to say you guys are ugly. And with the exception of Randy,
Your mother's dress you funny. So we're all ugly, but Randy's a good dresser? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
well, I guess he's aware that Randy's mom is
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So, well, the thing is, I don't have to convince you that I'm not ugly. I have to convince women, and they have better taste than you. So it's okay. I'm all good.
As far as Wilbur knows, he's a sharp dresser.
Wait, was that Mr. Wilbur?
Yeah.
How the hell would you know?
Also a good point.
Wait a minute.
Who told you we were ugly?
Yeah, I mean, that would have to come from a secondary source.
See, I can't say anything about Wilbur's foresight.
Or
You
any
say
of his
plenty about his
sites.
foreskin.
Or any of his
foreskin
sites.
is more like a
It's-
three skin. Small. Is that for your mom? Randy?
Yeah.
Wilbur, his mom is dead. DEAD, dead.
Yeah.
Or for you, bumpy bump, bumpy bump, bumpy bump, bumpy bump, dead. She is dead and braille. Shame on you. This is one of those moments where I've taken out both Keon and Randy. Oh boy. So you've made Randy cry. That's Randy's just crying back there. McMama says, "I'm with you, Keon. I love watching the Jamaicans in track and field.
They're very good at what they do, and you know we might actually win with the women with Sha'Carri Richardson, maybe. So you know,
You're all right, Randy? This is not good for Randy.
I don't think Randy's gonna make it.
This is not good for him.
I can't take a deep breath.
Sorry, I didn't think about the unintended consequences there. Ringlish Joe says, Logan's a champion clown ass. Literally. You are correct, sir. Hefty Lefty says, I wish Kimbo Slice was still alive. So then he could just backyard fight the Paul brothers. He had knocked out both those clowns.
Kimbo didn't need a sanctioned fight. He just fight you in the streets.
He'd show up at your house. Just right there. Silver Pop says the last Olympics were streamed on Peacock also, guys.
If
Yeah,
they're
but they
stream-
didn't raise their prices for it. That's what's happening right here.
And if they stream it alongside
choice.
everything, okay, fine. But if they start putting things exclusively behind the paywall of the app, that's where you got a problem.
Beer Bob says, hey, listen, if I want to see somebody run, I'll just watch Cops. That way I don't have to wait every 4 years. That's a good point. That's a good point. It's shirtless. Beer Bob says, I don't have Netflix with all the other streaming programs. We figured we'd had enough. So when they stop letting you share accounts that aren't in your household, we're like, nah, we're not signing up. Well, here's the thing that people you got to remember. If you feel like you've watched everything on one of those streaming things, cancel it, and then you can always get it back, and watch the new stuff. You don't have to keep them around. There's some I keep around because I'm like, I know like in next month, Paramount Plus is going to have this, or so-and-so is going to have that. But if there was like a long stream of time between this and that, or it's like, okay, I'm done with this one, I'd turn it off until I heard there was a good thing on there. They have commercials for them all the time.
Yeah, they want you to, so you might as well.
Kim wants me to sign out of Prime, and I'm like, no, I can't. I have to watch the last Jack Ryan.
Oh, that's available. You know that, right?
No,
They're
it's
not
on
making
Prime.
anymore.
So on Prime, this is it. This is the
Yeah,
last
and then
one.
there.
I have to watch that. Somehow I got
Prime always
involved
has
in
a
the
lot of stuff.
in the second year, the second season, and I'm like, okay, I've already seen this. All right, so this guy gets offed here, and they
Right.
come back, and this guy, he's like a Prime member.
That was a
and
good show.
It was a great show. I haven't watched the third season. I can't get to the third. For some reason, I can't get to the third season.
Why can't you get to the third season?
I don't know. I'm in Venezuela right now, taking pictures of bombs.
Don't you love Mike? He's awesome. Bald Mike. He's good. The CIA guy. Are you sure you're watching Jack Ryan?
Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
Mike is he's the little pipsqueak that's
Yeah,
got
the bald
the
guy, the CIA guy. He's a badass.
yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I like him. Yeah.
Ringless Joe says Jerry Jones is all in on the same roster that failed him last year. Yes, absolutely not connected to what we're talking about, but you are correct.
Correct. Also, it's not the same roster. It's got less people on it.
Well, that's right.
He lost a bunch of people from last year and his defensive coordinator.
Yeah! I wish I had time to talk about this like Jerry Jones, but we don't. It's time for a break. Come on back, everybody. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Woo!
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The latest odds on the NBA championship, the Boston Celtics remaining the betting favorite to take home the Larry O'Brien trophy, Boston at plus 130, while the Denver Nuggets are plus 260 to repeat as champions. The Minnesota Timberwolves plus 850, the Oklahoma City Thunder plus 900, the New York Knicks plus 1400, and the Dallas Mavericks plus 1700. Celtics versus Nuggets is the best bet for the NBA Finals matchup at plus 185, Boston and Oklahoma City plus 550, Boston and the Minnesota Timberwolves are plus 600. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-280-8787. That's 1-800-280-8787. Or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-280-8787. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harman Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harman Solar Podcast at harmansolar.com.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school. Quit hogging the bathroom!
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. Fake pills with fentanyl are the #1 killer of youth in Arizona. Learn how to talk to your kids at talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way, from up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet, weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Yeah, I'm tired of these freeloading sons of bitches other shows just getting free promotion on our show. And I told Radio Ron, I was like, I think they need to start paying our show for us to promote their show. And he said, shut the hell up. I pay you. And I'm like, well, that's really not the point. And
What other shows are getting free?
Well, that
freight
show that just
on
had a promo right there on our show, the betting your face or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. And
better you bet.
Sure, whatever. And I just like, well, I have a little something for the effort. And he's like, how about something for my effort? Stop calling me at home. And I'm like, okay, that's fair.
Maybe it's because you call him in the middle of the night.
Does it matter when greatness is?
I think you should write those down and take it up in the morning. Like
anytime I've ever emailed him
around
on that
9.
You know what he does? He hits reply, but he types in it, mail not known. Did it like it was like a bounce back email, but I know it's not really a bounce back email.
Yeah.
I think he has like a form thing he sticks in there, so he doesn't have to deal with me.
Sort of like a form email.
Right. It just
Is that
says
what you're saying?
Mailbox not known, user sender issue
Unknown
error
email,
5404. Don't ever bother me again, kind of thing.
I see. And
Am I wrong? I think those guys should pay us.
Hmm.
I think those guys should pay us.
No, you're
specifically
I
us.
Feel like you're 100% right. Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to get my way on that.
I don't think so.
Hefty Lefty says, hey, speaking of the NFL, we're not speaking of the NFL, but okay. He says, if the Broncos extend a mini camp invite to this quarterback legend for the Colorado School of Mimes, yes, that is his official picture from last season. What the hell is this guy? There's a guy who's
the Colorado School of what?
Oh,
what did you say?
Mimes. I thought it was Mimes.
Mimes.
This guy looks psychotic.
MIMES.
What is that? What is that guy's name, Hefty Lefty?
Huh.
But there's an official picture. This guy's on drugs. There's
say
no way he's not on drugs.
Mimes as a strong wind, and I've got a white face, and I'm trying to,
he's got a white
the
face,
wind.
but he's said.
What we're
I'd
doing?
have to post it. But you don't have social media, so
No.
here we are again.
No, I don't.
Here
No.
we are again. Against the Spread says Major League Baseball app is $150 a year. Oh, is it?
Huh?
Is that how much it could cost if you don't get it for free?
I get it for free.
Well, you got a special deal, so I don't know. I don't know how much it costs. So it's if you look at it another way, it's about $15 a month. He says Direct TV stream is $89 a month with the sports package. So my message to Big George is keep the Major League Baseball app, get a VPN, then you'll be able to watch both teams and save money. By the way, Peacock does not enforce account sharing, so get it while the getting is good, people.
So you're saying the satellite TV, you get that on the stream for like about 10 grand a year.
That's not what he said.
About 10 grand?
No, he says you get the Major League Baseball app for $150, get a VPN, so then you can watch the Diamondbacks through it because they don't know that you're here. They don't know where you are, to be honest. Bounce that thing up at
So,
Helsinki, and
how,
then
how much is that a year?
$150.
So about 10 grand.
What in pesos? What are you talking
About 100 grand a year.
Let your wife handle this.
100,000.
It's not a. Sorry, it's not a monthly fee.
150,000 a year. Is that what he's saying?
I don't know what he's saying.
No.
I don't know what you're saying.
He's got a lot of money.
You pay for a VPN once a year.
$1.5 million a year. Wow.
So Hefty Lefty says you can
decimal
look
keeps
this
moving.
up. He says if you want a treat, look at the roster pictures for the School of Mines. Half of them
Mines?
went nuts with their picks. Made the old
Mines?
Tebow rookie haircut look tame. MINES
Mines?
football team. I'm sure you can find it. Kiss the Cook
School of
says,
Mines?
hey, what's not hot about women playing water polo? He says tight bathing suits, wet hair, whipping around, punching, grabbing body parts in the water.
They're trying to
they-
murder
they
each
don't-
other. It doesn't.
You don't really see anything.
They don't have any hair whipping around. They've got those goofy looking
They
helmets.
got
on.
the caps on.
Yeah. So, yeah. Bat Flipper says, how's Mr. Wilbur helping pay the movers?
Well, I mean, easy. He goes into his wallet and He thinks he's giving out.
Yeah, he hands him
$100
his
bills.
library card,
and
and then they're like, "Sir, can you try another card, please?" And then he hands him his license, and then they, "No, not that one." And then he hands him his insurance card, and he's like, "No, not that one, sir. Just keep trying." That's every day for Wilbur, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, where were we? Well, oh yeah, we were talking about. Well, I'm trying to get to football. By the way, Fox is now saying they're gonna charge $7 million for a 30-second Super Bowl commercial.
See, that's what I mean about that whole Skyview thing. What was that? Satellite?
Yeah, satellites in space.
Yeah, it's like $1 million.
Well, that's not what they're charging you for. They're just charging you for
For the Ustream from what do you call that? Daily satellite.
What are you even talking about?
$1.5 million.
They're
was that?
trying to charge people for commercials for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's no streams. You just wherever the Super Bowl is aired.
Stream the Super Bowl, it's going to cost you $1.5 million.
It's regular TV.
I don't think that's how that works.
We're talking on Fox on Channel 10. $7 million for a 30-second spot.
Randy's cracked himself up.
Yeah, I'm not.
So you're saying Channel 10, we're going to have to pay for that now?
You're going to have to pay $7 million to watch the Super Bowl, Randy.
Every 30 seconds.
Best start saving up. That is my advice to you right now. Ringless Joe says when Jerry Jones plays poker, he goes all in without even looking at his hand. I'm all in. Jerry, you didn't even look at your cards. There was nothing all in about the Cowboys draft. That was one of the worst drafts of anybody.
And he actually said all in at free agency. They didn't do anything at free agency either. It's just the two times that you have a chance to get good players
right
now. I don't know what it is. I have no clue. No earthly idea.
Settle down just a little bit.
So, he's not even the craziest owner. Let that sink in for a moment.
Well, yeah.
Jerry Jones is not even
Jerry's
the craziest,
owner. Who's the craziest?
Right now, Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins.
Jack with you today.
So here's what happened: is remember he bought the team for $770 million back in 2012, right? He had $770 million at the time. We're like, oh, crap, that's a lot of money. And now everything's worth over $1 billion. You're like, all right, he's made a little money on that if he wants to. Somebody offered him for the team and some other assets, $10 billion. 83-year-old man.
10 billion with a B?
Yes. And you know what the 83-year-old man said? No. They offered him, say, hey, give us the Hard Rock Stadium there, control the Formula One and Miami Grand Prix, and give us the team, and $10 billion. $10 billion. Commandos went for $6 billion. In a distress sale.
But it wasn't a distress sale if it's
the NFL was under distress that a horrible racist sexual abuser was running the team. That was the distress.
It's just odd that they chose that particular time to be aware of it. But regardless, the Dolphins are valued at $5.7 billion. So
and they turned down 10 for the package. Of course, he says, no, we don't want to do that. We want to keep these assets in the family. Family's like, die, give us the money.
We'll take the billions. Kid, you'll never spend it all.
$1 billion.
Since he owned them, they've gone 116 wins, 127 losses, 3 playoff appearances, 15 seasons. $10 billion, dude.
And somebody offered him $10 billion.
It was not just the team, like we said. It's also the racing stuff, and you get to own the stadium, I guess. So that guy is cray.
Yeah, but he's just selling the team. He gets to hang on to the F1 race, and
I guess it's not that crazy. You can't spend all the money before you die anyway. So
which will be soon. He's very old.
Yeah. So if you actually like your family, I guess you keep the team there, and then they can sell it. Hopefully before that actually declines.
I'd be like, how much money do you kids need?
If somebody's coming to you and I, Jeffrey, with $10 billion on on an asset that we have that's worth $5 billion,
sold. That was the stamp.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sold.
That's what I'm thinking. Right?
I'm not telling you. And that's also, not what I would have done.
This 83-year-old man saying, I want to keep this in the family, right? Let's say you get 4 kids,
And then you've got, let's say you've got 12 grandkids. Even if you give everybody 100 million, life-changing money, there's still a crap ton of money left over. You know what I'm saying?
So why would he need it? He can't.
So my
spend it all
point
on
is,
it.
why keep it in the family? Why keep it in the family?
Because I don't know, rich people do that. They keep the money in their families. That, like, if you look at like most of the billionaires on earth, they inherited their money. They didn't earn it.
Well, now somebody's put 10 billion on this team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in 5 years, this
that
thing's going to
offer's
go
gone.
for 20 billion.
It's not the value. Some idiot was trying to give him 10 billion.
That's what I'm talking about. You
Doesn't mean
go
that
out there-
idiot's going to come back and offer him 50
I mean,
later.
you go out there and say, I could have got 10 billion for this. And what are you offering? Oh, I'm offering you 5 billion. Oh, no, sorry.
Big
Yeah.
George says, Jeffrey, 83 is the new 50. No, 50 is the new 50. 83 is the new 83. Your age is irrelevant to whatever you think it is. It just, that's how old you are.
Unless you're saying like 83 is the new half of your life, and I don't know anybody living to be 160 whatever. So what? No.
God, I wish I do get that far, but I probably won't.
160?
He says, remember the story about the 110-year-old driving every day? You know why we know the story, George? Because it's exceptional. One guy is doing it.
Yeah.
Nobody
Not
else
me.
is doing it.
If
And
I'm
that guy's not
110,
making it to 166 either, or whatever.
You guys are not going to let me drive if I'm 110.
I don't
Sorry.
feel like you should drive now.
No. Well, I mean, there's that. So
Lost Toby says 30 is the new 50. Feels like
What?
it some days. Feels like it.
Why would you say that?
Why wouldn't he say
I'm
that?
in my 30s. Why would you say that?
You seem 50.
I don't want to hear that.
You seem 50.
Okay, that may be true, but I don't want to hear it.
Wow.
Kiss the Cook says, it's naked gardening day. I'm going to trim my bushes and get some sun on my apples. All right, well, have fun out there before it gets too hot. Yeah, you got to do that before it gets too hot.
What?
So the Browns, you know how they're evil and we wish that
Yes.
maybe the
Yes.
stadium would catch fire?
Yes.
They're asking taxpayers there to fund half of a new stadium. They're like, we got a $2.4 billion stadium. You can either give us $1.2 billion or save the money and give us $1 billion in upgrades in the new stadium.
So either way, the taxpayer pays roughly $1 billion.
I feel like nobody wants to pay for these things with their tax dollars anymore.
I'll bet you're wrong. In Cleveland, those guys.
The Kansas City Chiefs are about ready to have to Kansas Chiefs.
Well, they're Kansas City
Because I'm saying
they're talking about
Kansas
Cleveland.
literally is trying to take Kansas, the state is trying to get the Kansas City Chiefs to move to their state.
Well, I understand
because
that,
nobody
but
in Kansas City, Missouri, wants to pay the extra taxes. A lot of people were rejecting these taxes.
The
We saw it
people in
happen in
Missouri-
Tempe, and that was for nothing.
People in Missouri can't pay those taxes, but I will tell you, the people in Cleveland
can. I've been to Cleveland.
Well,
No, they
Cleveland
can't.
will figure
Yeah, it's a
it
crap
out.
hole.
They maybe, but
I'm telling you, they'll figure it out.
A lot of cities have realized like these numbers just keep going up. The stadium, when teams used to ask for stadium money, they used to ask for a few 100,000.
Mhm.
They are now straight up and with no shame whatsoever asking people to pay their taxes for $1 billion for a stadium that not all of those people are going to use.
They're going to have to figure out private funding because I think you're going to find more and more taxpayers are going to say no to this kind of
Like
stuff.
why
When
should
the-
we,
when
the
the
taxpayer, foot
when
the
the-
bill for a guy that's got
Yeah,
$1 billion?
I understand.
And
I
Randy,
understand.
Salt Lake can only take so many teams.
When Cleveland
Salt Lake
lost
Browns.
the Browns the first time,
Mhm.
they're not going to lose them a second time. I guarantee you, Cleveland and the great people of Cleveland will not let this team go, and they will foot the
There's a
bill.
problem with that logic. There are no great people in Cleveland.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you right now. The dog pound
people in Cleveland
all
are
the
bad.
people that go to that game, they're not going to let the Cavs go away. They're not going to let the Browns go away again.
Dude is making all kinds of money at Pilot Flying J truck stops. Why doesn't he just raise the prices there $1 or something?
I'm just saying. I'm
All
just saying.
We got,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying the people of Cleveland are going to
hope
pay
not.
the taxes.
I hope they don't. Listen, people have some things to say about the Dolphins and the Browns and all that. We'll get to that when we come back. Plus, on this date in Big Georgia sports history on the way too, it's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
What's keeping you from learning the language you've always wanted to speak? Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make learning fun. Fun isn't hard. Right. And in 10 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
That's not long.
It's not hard.
It's perfect.
It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open air zoo when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful DC turbo engine, well, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines. Availability is limited. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Auto Pacific segmentation, excluding hybrids and electric vehicles. 2023 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city 34 highway to 30 city 37 highway for 2023 Nissan Rogue. As shown, Nissan Rogue Platinum all-wheel drive, 28 city 34 highway. Actual mileage may vary.
Need a boost in capital or a flexible line of credit for your growing business? Hi, I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital. I can help you get the money you need fast. The process is a breeze with a simple application and same-day approvals. No more waiting, no more hassle. Just a straightforward path to securing the funds you need, faster and easier than asking your banker. So call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. That's 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game, or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the six-pack?
Bingo.
That's what we thought. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the NBA playoffs, which is fine because we're not in it. Let's just clean up the text line and we'll move on. 888-368-1580. Lost Toby says, you know, Joe Biden drives, and he's like 279 years old. Oh, yeah. And old Ross, who owns the Dolphins, he's 83 years old. And I'm just saying, yeah, you got $10 billion.
Don't they stop the president from driving? Like any president?
I think they're allowed to drive around on the White House grounds if they want to. So when you see him testing those electric cars or whatever, that's where he's doing it. So
yeah, well, that's not the same thing as like everyday driving.
That's a dumb rule, by the way. I think I should be able to drive wherever I want.
You're like a president. When you're done and you're 60 and they still won't let you drive a car. That's
seriously, after you're out of office, they won't let you drive.
That's a great.
Well, that's garbage.
Okay, I thought I heard that somewhere. Don't quote me on that.
You might be right, and if it is, if you can't drive yourself as a former president, I don't ever want to be president. You guys could just stop writing me in. Against the Spread says, why would you take 10 billion when those assets could be worth 100 billion in like 20 years? I don't think they're gonna be worth 120, but maybe
What?
More. Yeah.
There's an act called the Former Presidents Act of 1958. Former presidents can't drive, not on public roads.
That's the dumbest
It's
damn
very
thing.
dumb.
I hate that. If I'm president, I'm changing that. But anyways, Against the Spread says the old man's decision is based on basic economics, and he ain't stupid. He's sitting on top of gold mine in a world-class city that will never be depleted, Miami. So I don't think 100 billion in 20 years is correct. We can bet on that if you want. Maybe 50. Maybe 50. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. 30 billion, maybe. I don't know. But I don't think 100. I mean, you go back 20 years ago, and I guess if that's how you're comparing, I don't know. You might be right. Inflation. I don't know. Against Spread, you might be right, but it's hard for me to believe. I don't know who you are, 8171, but you're giving me the finger, and I appreciate it. Says London Chiefs, GTFO, number 87, and then middle finger.
I don't know if
going on there,
I don't know
man.
if he's giving you the middle finger.
GTFO?
It seems like he doesn't like the Chiefs. He wants the Chiefs out of America. Get out of here, 87, which is Kelsey, and he's getting the bird.
Are you a previous texter? I don't know your name. It's not in the system. But if you're a brand new texter, cheers to you. That's a great text.
A great first text? Can't believe
as far
that.
as first text go.
Yeah.
You got the middle finger emoji involved, everything about it. It's well done. Good job. Ringless Joe says, here's a question. What football team resides in the nicest city to live in? Your mom. Just felt like it was appropriate.
You ask a question like that, you're just leaving yourself open to it. Just saying.
Don't know
So
what
his
you think.
mom is the best place to live?
Well, a lot of people have been in there.
Damn.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Damn.
Don't know what you're talking about, Ringless Joe. Don't know what you're talking about. Against the Spread says, why does an NFL team need a new stadium every 20 years? That's a good point. Bears are a classic case study. They built this ugly freaking $400 million spaceship on top of Soldier Field in 2002. Now they want a brand new $5 billion stadium. In Illinois language, that stadium will cost $2.5 billion, and the other $2.5 billion will be siphoned off to the halls of corruption, University of Arizona accounting style.
Really?
No, that's true. That is true. Yeah, this whole new stadium, and build the stadiums better, and then maybe we don't replace them as often. And I think the
they
team
build
should
them
be the
just
ones who
fine.
fix them up. Teams should be the one who fix up these stadiums, not the taxpayers. Why? Because the teams are the one using them.
Problem is, somebody gets a new stadium, and then these owners and the front office get a look at this new stadium, and they're like, "We need a new stadium."
It's like when you're watching phone commercials. You're like, "Ooh, I need a new phone." I really don't, but I kind of want that phone. My phone's working perfectly, but I see the new version of my phone, and I'm like, So that's what you're saying. The stadium. The owners do.
Neyland Stadium in Tennessee is 103 years old.
It still works.
It works. It's fine. They update it all the time. It's great. I don't understand why, if you own a stadium, you can't make that stadium last a century. There's no reason why not. You just want a new stadium, and you don't want to pay for it.
Well, the problem is
They got to be told no more often.
Some of these places go absolutely, and then they just give in and pay for a new stadium.
Bunch of spoiled kids is what's going on there. Hamilton Porter says that Ross guy from the Dolphins is already more rich than any human should be. He just donated $250 million to Michigan to rebuild the athletic campus for all university sports, and it took a 1% hit to his overall net worth.
And that's a quarter. That's a quarter of $1 million right there.
That is a rich man.
It's a very rich man. Bryant-Denny Stadium, where
quarter of a
Alabama
billion.
plays,
Yeah.
95 years old. You don't have to update a stadium every 25 years, actually, because how do you explain college campuses? They keep those stadiums for years and years and years.
You build it right. Baker's Cocky Hen says, buy the stadium or they move the team to Baltimore. Been there. Oh, that's right. As a Browns fan, you understand this, Baker's Cocky Hen.
Yeah.
Big George says, just look at the great people of Buffalo.
What about them?
Well, he says they're shelling out millions of dollars to build the lowly Buffalo Bills a new stadium. Good for them. Just glad I don't have to pay for it.
Lowly Buffalo Bills?
Not recently. And also,
It's a good fan base, though.
It's a good fan base. They didn't win the Super Bowls, but they did go to 4. When I think lowly franchises, I think franchises that haven't been to a Super Bowl, haven't even been to a title game in like 25 years. Like, those are the teams I think about.
Lost Toby says Joe still drives his Corvette, but yes, they don't let the presidents drive. Yeah, he drives his Corvette just in circles around the front yard.
Just at that point, why even drive it?
It's very sad. King Kitten says, "Hey, Randy, I'm hungry. What's for dinner tonight?" Did you invite King of Kittens to your house?
No.
Well, whatever you can get at McDonald's, King of Kittens. Enjoy. Chosen One says, typically the primary reason they need to build a new stadium after 20 years is because according to the tax code, they can depreciate it over those 20 years, and then they need a new asset in order to take depreciation in the future.
Oh, so they're just greedy.
So it's continual tax breaks?
So they want someone else to pay actual taxes for their continual tax break? Get out of here. Absolutely get out of here. I can't with that, man. That is ridiculous.
How about we make a deal? If you're a sports team, you don't have to pay any taxes. Don't ask us to pay anything. Don't ask the people to pay. But we'll give you a giant tax break so you can just leave us alone. But then we end up paying that anyway.
Yeah,
so
it's just there's some costs will come back around to us, I'm sure.
The answer's got to be, hey, we got to start saying no. You know, we probably should have said no to the Suns when they were hat in hand.
Yeah,
and we probably need to start saying no to more people.
I agree. Yeah,
or just get used to always having. Because here's the thing: they'll put a 1% tax on there or this percent tax. Here's the secret: once that's there, they never take it back. They never well, we paid it up. Okay, everybody, your taxes just went down. That never happens. Your taxes will never go down. They will only go up. And when you say yes, they are up forever. Dumb crap like this is why the taxes are what they are.
Maybe it's because I've moved away from Washington, D.C., but I don't live anywhere near any of my teams, and I still root for them. Like, if you're a Coyotes fan, there's no reason you can't still root for them, really. Like, if the team moves, I'll see you there if I'm ever visiting. But I ain't paying for anything.
Right guy makes a good point. He says, what the hell are they going to do anyways? Your ex-president gets caught driving. He's like, hey, man, I drive my ass off. You're right. If I'm an ex-president, I'm driving. You can't stop me.
Well,
is my own Secret Service guy going to shoot me? Am I going to get pulled over by the sheriff?
Your own Secret Service guy might arrest you.
Go F yourself. I'm the president. I'm driving.
The story I thought I read was Obama tried to drive somewhere. The Secret Service was like, no. No, you can't.
Well, then my entire rest of my life as a former president is going to be finding ways to evade my own Secret Service.
Good luck with that. They're very well trained people.
And I will trick them. I will find out. I'm going to get them fired because I'll be tunneling out of my house to. I don't even care if it's a minivan. My ass is driving again.
Jeffrey, you've got to be president first.
Yeah, I know. The only thing stops me is this whole driving rule. But, now I'm thinking about it. Now I think I do need to be president so I can show them a thing or two.
Well, you've got to be president first, and then we'll go from there.
I'd really rather be emperor. I get so much more done if you guys just do that for me. Just let me know when I'm emperor.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back to the year 1974, Pittsburgh Pirates starting pitcher Doc Ellis, upset with his opponent Swagger, hit the first 3 Cincinnati Red batters he faced with his first 5 pitches he threw. After he plunked Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, and Dan Dreisen, the pitcher deliberately threw 2 pitches behind Tony Perez's head before walking the cleanup hitter, and then went 0-2 on Johnny Bench before he finally got pulled.
Wow.
That is a guy. He's throwing at everybody, everybody, just because he thought the other team was a bit cocky. He's like, I'm not even here to play. I'm just here to hit you guys.
And they were,
He hit Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Dan Dreisen, almost hit Tony Perez. I kind of love this guy. I kind of love Doc Ellis for that.
Well, there you go. I mean, Doc Ellis, he didn't want to put up with any of this crap.
And the manager for Pittsburgh, Danny Murtaugh, he's just like, yeah, clunk. Oh, you just hit Pete Rose. Let's just play this out. Clunk. Oh, we got Joe Morgan. Leave him in. Leave him in. Clunk. Dan Dreisen. No, we're good. We're good, everybody. We're good. He's loaded the bases. He's loaded the bases with plunking. And Danny Murtaugh still is like, let's see what he does with Tony Perez.
Hold the line.
Feel like Danny Murtaugh kind of agreed with him on this one.
Yep.
I love that.
You want to showboat a home run? Here you go. Bang.
Your whole team's getting it.
Yep. Bang.
You get the idea the manager and the pitcher might have had a conversation about this before the game.
Or they were just on the same page. He started plunking guys, and the manager said, "You know what?
Just give him the nod, like, good job, guy. Good job." Jake the Snake thinks I should be president. I agree, but I think it's better if I get to be emperor. No rules. Even better, because then I don't need your I can't drive a car rules. If I'm emperor, I do what I want because I'm emperor. I mean, well, if I got to be president, I'll be president. But
there are people in history who have managed to, maybe not legally, parlay being president into being emperor.
One tried recently, didn't work, but I think I could do it because I'll run on that platform. Jeffrey O'Brien for president, but I'd rather be emperor. People be like, noted.
That's honesty right there.
Yeah,
you just told us straight up. He wants to be emperor. Hey, I can respect that.
I will fix everything. And then as soon as everything's fixed, then after I have some fun, I'll turn it back over. Yeah, I'll turn it back over. Just let me fix stuff. That's all I'm asking. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.